So we will be starting with this one that's called Love Goes Toward Love. They mentioned when they mentioned the other title afterward, but let's see what this is about. It seems to be a sort of coffee shop setting this time around. No, they have a after choices here, but there's no choices like the last one. It was a very linear experience, but let's go and give it a shot. Here we go. Let's get started on this one. So, 1,000 times the worst to want that. 1,000 times the worst to want thy light. Love goes toward love as schoolboys toward their books, but love from love towards school with heavy looks. Ooh, they got a little different style for text boxes. That's nice. Alright. That'll be a total of 600 yen. Thank you. One cappuccino to go, please. The customer leaves happily with their cup of coffee, and I relax my posture, turning up my employee mode. Just two of us again today. Business has been kind of slow, hasn't it? Yeah, probably due to that new cafe that opened right in front of ours. They really just couldn't find another place to open up their shop. I don't want to deal with that competition. This makes their life harder for both of us. I don't get what they were thinking. Maybe that's exactly what they were thinking. Maybe this was the only convenient spot available for them. Boss rolls her eyes and goes back to cleaning. It is what it is. It's true that the business has been slow thanks to the new cafe. Montage Coffee, whatever how you pronounce that. That opened a few weeks ago, but I have faith in that their regulars won't betray us. Hopefully. I lay on the counter and prop my head up with my hands to stare at the new cafe. It's a lot more sophisticated than looking at than ours, and definitely more sleek and modern. In order to keep my hopes up and think positively, I keep telling myself that people are just interested in trying new things, hence their boom in business. There'll be a problem if they end up liking their place more than ours. I guess I can only understand why boss would be so anxious about it. Hello, Earth Juri. I step out and bring myself back to the Earth as I'm summoned by my boss. Can you help me clean up the coffee machine a bit? Or are you busy daydreaming about getting a girlfriend again? Ha! Call it out. My cheek bringing the heat up at the ridiculous accusation. What? No. She snickers at my flustered denial and continues to poke fun at me some more. Speaking of a girlfriend, though, don't you think it's time you find yourself one? You always look so lonely, you know. Maybe I can hook you up with someone. Hook you up with someone. Though not too sure I know what that many lesbians. I do not look lonely, excuse you. I'm perfectly fine being single, thank you very much. I'm willing to accept help. I'm willing to accept help like that, please. Oh, you can always try dating apps. I hear those help somewhat. Absolutely fucking not. Those things are trash. Everything I'm saying is totally going in one ear out the other, isn't it? I saw so we're trying to play the matchmaker. Well, I don't think those apps are kind of my kind of thing, and well, you don't know once you try them. Just leave it to me to make you a profile, and all the fishes come swimming your way. Makes smirk on her face and warns me to never let her create my profile on any dating app. There's no way in hell I'm trusting you with my profile. Lame. She goes back to wiping the countertop, but still hasn't let go of the topic yet, unfortunately. When was the last time you dated anyway? I don't really remember. I say that to really end the conversation, but to be honest, I really don't recall at all. Probably been a good 3 years since I've been in a relationship, let alone seen anyone with their intention of dating them. All the reason is to find someone, Juri. You're saying that you haven't had any regulars that caught your attention? Nothing a phone number left on the napkin for you? Thinking back to all the years I worked here, most of the customers are definitely around my age, working business people or locals. And sure, there have been some people that were exceptionally beautiful and always caught my eye. I've never made moves, nor have they. I've never felt something urging me to chase after them. I only see the customers as customers, nothing more than, to be honest. Yeah, when you're in work mode, you're in work mode. I don't look at people as people, I just look at them as people I need to serve. I think it's probably because I haven't thought about being in a relationship for a while. Ever since my last breakup, I haven't felt like the need to be in one. I'm in no rush. As if she read my mind, my boss countered my logic of thought. How old are you this year now? 23? You're almost reaching your quarter-life crisis, you know. I mean, it's not that bad. Shouldn't I pass my quarter-life crisis after getting into a relationship then? It'd be a bit less hectic then, wouldn't it? I don't want to change the focus of attention. I bring up her love life as well. And what about you? Aren't you well past 30 and still single? Tenses up and gets embarrassed. I am not well past 30. I just passed 30. And I've given up on love. And I've given up on love. Fuck that shit. Damn, who hurt you? Anyway, don't change the subject. I see what you're trying to do. You know what? I won't mind if you get into a relationship with a customer. Just don't sell things and make us lose a set customer. The quick soul can start maintain a coffee machine, but at least the conversation adds there. I sighed deeply. I can't tell if I'm tired of hearing her nagging me about being single, or if it's because I'm actually contemplating on taking her advice. Maybe I should check out those dating apps. Ew, dating apps, ew. I've already tried one before, but all I've seen is just not good about them. I wake to the birds chirping and the beam of light casting into my room through the slip in the curtains. Something about the sunlight during the transition from summer to autumn makes it seem really serene and just comfortable and cozy. I feel like I stay in bed forever. Though it's complaining right now, it feels like I'm missing something. I reach my head out to the bedside table and take a look at my phone and check the time. I wake up before my alarm, so maybe I'm fix my sleep schedule. This other thing has become worse. 10:50? I'm late! I jump out of bed at the speed of light and get ready as fast as possible, dishing breakfast. Making something at the cafe. My boss won't let me as punishment for being late. Ellie, she's gonna kill me. Here we go. It's 11:29 now. My phone is blowing up from bosses bombarding me with text. Calm down, William. I'm on my way. Shop is in sight now. A dude is crossing a small road and she finally stopped yelling at me. My phone's still madly vibrating on messages. Holy cow, if you have so much time to spam me with messages, then that means the store isn't even busy at all. It doesn't even matter if I'm late or not. She has a point. She definitely has a point. I reach into my bag for my phone to tell her to shut up, but all I can feel is a small yet chunky first aid kit, my makeup bag, and whatever other belongings I had there that are taking way too much space. Time to get rid of my mini first aid kit. I'm being fussy, but I think condensing down to just a few band-aids in my bag will suffice. I probably mentioned I get hold of my phone, but just little did I know, I was too busy fumbling around for it that I crossed it with an immense lack of caution. Whoa! I look to my right and see a truck blinding headlights, and I just free like a deer headlights. I shut my eyes for abrasive impact and set my face. Maybe I need a bigger first aid kit. Well, that flashed for me, and when I think my truck's about to go and hit, I get pulled as it's pulling me back to reality. Watch out! Hello? Because instead of a hit, I end up in a soft embrace. Oh, it's an accidental one. It's one that I don't think I'll ever forget. Are you okay? Their bodies warm and their arms feel secure, safe, and the face is an inch apart from mine. Instead of seeing the blinding lights of the truck, I'm now seeing a pair of beautiful, amber orbs. We stare into their eyes, and as the time has stopped, and the world only consists of us two. Her brown eyes are intense, filled with concern and curiosity. That gaze into mine hypnotizes me. I can't help but lose myself in it. Every time I'm trying to muster up the strength to break eye contact, I seem to pull away for some reason. And her scent. Oh, what a familiar scent she has. The scent of coffee wafts around and intoxicates me as much as her eyes are mesmerizing. For someone that has worked up the cafe for years now, the scent of coffee has lost its magic and become numb to me. However, hers isn't the usual coffee aroma at all. It's different. Refreshing, almost. I take a bath in the flagrant moment, hoping that it doesn't come to an end. But unfortunately, she breaks the spell. Sorry. Let's go quite some distance from us. I step out of it and shake my head to get rid of the lingering effects. Oh, shame. Now I can finally make a sense of what's happened. I take a better look at my saber and realize just how beautiful she actually is. She's a bit taller than me, with her hair cascading down from under her shoulders. She shines like caramel brown in the sunshine, complementing her tan long coat. I feel my heart beat madly, and if I'm not sure if it's from adrenaline earlier, or if it's from I fall in love at first sight. Might be the latter. Or latte. Might be the latte. Haha, nudge. My saber gives me a kind smile and leads me to my own devices now that I'm safe. Be careful now. She turns around and walks away, leaving me only on the side of her back and long legs. I'm still dazed and shocked until I hear my phone ring and lost the name on the display. Oh shoot. I cross the road this time, looking both ways, and head to the cafe, awaiting scolding from my employer. And so they meet. After getting reprimanded for being late and getting rejected for a free breakfast, I don my apron and start my day. However, I can't stop thinking about that girl that saved me this morning. I've never wanted to believe in love at first sight, but today is proving wrong. Falling in love at first sight was never my thing, and I still don't truly believe that I'm in love, but there's something about her that I just can't get out of my mind. Is it purely just her looks? I've never even met her before, nor do I know her, yet I'm only charmed by her. Usually my nose doesn't notice the smell of coffee as I learned to pay no mind to it over the years of working here. However, thanks to her, the smell traveling through the air makes me remember the unexpected encounter. I could still see her clearly, her intense eyes looking into mine, and how warm they looked when she sent me off into that soft smile. She is smitten. Her eyes her hair was lusciously voluminous, as it was a magazine model on the cover. It's not that unusual that I would describe a girl as handsome, but boy, was she handsome. A mix of both handsome and beautiful. I still remember the safeness I felt within her arms, and how she exuded a warm and comforting aura. The warmth she still lingers on my body, and I dare not shake it off. I shuddered at the thought of experiencing it again. But will I ever see her again? I never got her name, and it was my first time seeing her, so she's probably not from this area. I sighed heavily while staring at the wall from the counter, wondering non-stop about her. Now that I don't think about it, I didn't even hear the manager say thank you before she left. I wouldn't look a fool. I probably did if she had saved me from not looking both ways before crossing the road. Just then, Boss Rex whacked me lightly with a rolled-up sleeve newspaper like to get my attention. Ow! Out yourself, we got customers. Yes, ma'am. Alright then, leave there, see you then. Thanks for hard work. When the clock rolls around, Boss leaves me to, as usual, to close the shop. 3 o'clock? So this is like a breakfast and brunch place only? For coffee? Honestly, I would love to work in like a breakfast brunch place. Some place that like opens up at early, like around 8 or around like 7 or 8, and I could just leave and close at 2 or 3. That'd be amazing. I would love that so much. Back then, she would stay and work overtime because I was new, but now that I've worked for quite a while, she trusts me enough to manage the store on my own. The door jingles as she leaves, with 3 customers at the shop. Boss is too stingy to hire another worker, but it'd be nice if I can get some time off. Then again, this is my only source of income, so I guess I'm grateful that I'm able to have so many shifts to sort myself with. Grab some window cleaner 3000 and start wiping the counters, the windows at the front of the since the store isn't busy right now. Once again, I see a new coffee shop across from us. While looking back, black banner sports nothing but a clean logo reading Montage Coffee. The store looks quite busy in contrast to ours, and the effects of this new competitor are finally striking me. The lady boss has been trying to think up some promotional deals to maintain good business, but I think it's in a rut. She's in a rut. It definitely has shaken our comfortable business, but I believe we're still doing okay. I left up the last spritz of cleaning agent, leaving the window squeaky clean. Though it's not like we're on duty in the first place. I zone back in and see someone familiar walk out in front of the doors of the rival cafe. I thought my eyes were playing tricks on me since I had been thinking about my own savior the entire day, but it's her alright. How could I mistake her for anyone else? My body instinctively slams toward the glass, to get a barely closer look. Without the stars of some customers, I bowed my head in apology, feeling slightly embarrassed. She is smitten, like she's going for it. I quickly go back to scoping out my saber and see her walking down the hill. Oh my god, it really is her. I think I'd see her again. I'll go over and meet her once more, and of course she'd give her my thanks that I never gave. But last I'm still on the clock. My spirits droop as I watch her walk further in and feel the chance slowly slipping away. However, I look around the shop and see that the customers are still doing their own thing and chatting away. I wasn't here shaming either. Cafe could hold up on its own without me for a minute, right? Oh, she's gonna get in trouble. I rush out the door and chase her down. This time I cross a small road carefully and I catch up with her. Excuse me. I tap her shoulder as she turns around, her hair once again flowing like someone in a shampoo commercial. Her eyes widen and smile bigger, and smile bigger than I expected appears on her face. Oh, you're the girl from this morning. Yes. My words trip and stumble, like I've forgotten how to speak. Wait, you recognize me? Of course, how can I not recognize a girl as cute as you? Ooh. I feel my cheeks become hot and my eyes flit around in nervousness. Anyway, I just saw you pass by and I wanted to just pass by now. I just wanted to thank you for this morning. I don't think I thanked you yet. Sorry about that. And who knows if I ever see you again. So I just had to fit in as thanks. I'm stumbling as bad as she is. Like, it's her stumbling, not me. It's her stumbling. Just to have to fit in at least a thank you, you know? My eyes wander towards her face to see her reaction and my heart just melts from her hearing her chuckle. I didn't think it was someone so important that you'd had to come running out with your work uniform still on. My cheeks burn extra hot after realizing I'm still wearing my apron. I'm too flustered to even reply, and I want to punch myself for looking so dumb in front of her. She points at my uniform and gives me a playful smirk. Well, seeing that you work at your place in front of my workplace, I say we'll be seeing your plane from now on. Wait, well, in front of your workplace? She works in the rival coffee shop? Wait, what did she say? Pardon? She shoots her chin at the direction of the new coffee shop that opened up and smiled at me. You work there? How come I've never seen you around? Today was my first day. Your first day? Yep. And also, probably my only my second or third day in this area. Actually, I'm pretty glad you came calling out to me. I'd like to make an acquaintance around here. Especially since our workplaces are directly across from each other. Would like to go grab a drink sometime after work? Let's go, she's in already! This is great! I show not to ingrain her smile into my mind and a fear of getting a heart attack every time I think of it. If it was ice cream, she would have melted me. If I was ice cream, she would have melted me on the cement for in 1 second. At this point, my face is probably colored the same as a stoplight. The beautiful stranger chuckles again, probably because of my beet red face that I wish I didn't have. Well, you better get back to work. I'll see you around for now and then. At last, she heads back to the path that she was walking on before I interrupted her. We still haven't got your name yet! Your name! Yeah. I follow student, head back to the coffee shop, heart pounding so fast and hard that I can feel the pulsation in my ears. I see the small clicky forms on my face, and then I finally got to see her once more time. But I never got her name. I say turn around to ask for it, but when I look back, there's no sign of her anywhere. Damn it. Guess that's fine, since I'll have more chances to see her again. My big smile reappears at the thought of seeing her again, possibly getting to know her more from this point on. I'm like a high school girl in love right now. It's kind of bizarre, but it's been such a long time since I felt like this. Aw, that's so sweet. If only I could feel that. When did I ever felt like that before? Oh, what was me? A week later, even though it's already been a week, the thought of her still remains in my head, and I keep anticipating the next time I'll be able to meet her. Throughout the week, I keep trying to take peeks out through our window to spot her working. It's hard to see her though, with our customers and the way around all. But from time to time, I did manage to catch a glimpse of her. She looked really cool making coffee while conversing with the customers. There was a time when I thought we made eye contact, but I'm sure it was just my eyes playing tricks on me. Don't think about it, this is probably just her superficial infatuation just because she's saving and she looks good. Yeah, it's probably just a superficial crush. As I get close to the cafe, I find Boss sitting outside with a pretty rare sight. Looks like she's talking to somebody across the street. Oh, hello. For such a new and seemingly inexperienced cafe, you seem to be doing pretty well. Oh, I'm so glad you think that. Though you might want to drink some coffee to finally wake up to reality that we're doing a lot better than certain other coffee shop out here. Oh, there actually is a rivalry between them, huh? Is that so? Sorry, but I've never saw you as a competition in the first place. I have more important things to attend to. Seems like someone doesn't care about seems like someone doesn't care about things they need to be caring about, like how they might run out of business, I guess. She clicked on my head and I quickly stepped in beside the heated discourse. Tension was so high that I'm afraid it might turn into a fistfight soon. Boss, what are you doing? Just I noticed a handsome girl that saved me is also present in the scene. She stands behind the person Boss is bickering with and acknowledges me with a small wave, though she looks just as distressed as I am. Oh, nothing, just greeting my fellow coffee lover, who tries to open their coffee shop right in front of ours, and is making business harder for both of us. Correction, it's making business harder for you. Business is booming on our side. Phew! Poor Boss goes to literally throw hands at the coffee shop owner. I grab her arm, trying to calm her down. Though I whisper to her to not make it seem bigger than it needs to be. Oh wait, Boss, get a hold of herself. We're public, there are people around. If you don't beat her up, invite her to a boxing ring and deal with her there, and darn it. Just don't lose your cool. Boss looks at me for a moment as she takes a deep breath, finally coming to her true senses. I look toward the other side of the street, and I see a smirk on the opposite owner's face, while my savior sports a concerned expression. Boss takes a deep breath and relaxes her shoulders. I breathe a sigh of relief that no one is injured. You're right. I shouldn't waste my time so irrelevant. Likewise. I'm sure they'll kiss later on, those two. I'm sure they'll get along. Just a little rivalry between them. Maybe they'll get together and open up their own conjoined coffee shop. Then enjoy business together. That could happen, right? The two hot-headed enemies retreat back into their respective shops, leaving us to two underlings outside. I make contact with the beauty across from us and proceed to bow my head and apologize on behalf of my boss. She does the same, and we will follow our bosses inside. Boss wiping the countertop as I open the door and start scolding her as if I were scolding a child for getting into a dumb fight. This is not inaccurate. Boss, what was that all about? Don't you think that situation was kind of embarrassing? How did you get into that situation? Well, I was out getting a breath of fresh air and they just happened to be doing the same thing. Seems like a trend, doesn't it? I literally rolled my eyes in disappointment. Who knew she had this competitive juvenile side to her? This is the first time I've seen her act this way. I know that there are competitors, but you shouldn't be acting so rashly like that. I'm just worried about the cafe, that's all. I know, but let's just do what we can, okay? Maybe it looks like she's reflecting on her actions since she's keeping quiet and not talking back. I feel like all my energy is drained because of the fiasco. If I go to the back room to get changed and return to my regularly scheduled programming. Did we go on that coffee date, that tea date with the new girl? Did we ever do that? We said it was a few days already. I guess since we haven't gotten her name yet, that probably hasn't happened. Things are all calmer the next day and back to normal, as if yesterday didn't happen at all. I find it kind of odd, but I'll take it. I don't know if I can handle the more childish behaviors from boss. Though it was kind of funny yesterday because it was such a rare sight. Since there are currently no customers, I take the chance to wipe the tables and chairs down, even though I prefer to be paid for doing nothing. I mindlessly scrub the table down until the boss comes out to the back room, looking at me with a bright face. Juri, come here! Am I finally getting a raise? Ha! As if. I follow the orders and meet her at the counter. Okay, Juri, I have a mission for you. Now I'm afraid. I want you to go to Montana's Coffee and order everything off the menu. Everything? Yes, don't worry, it'll be coming out of my pocket. Oh, and don't order everything today. Order one thing a day throughout the week. Order everything at once is too suspicious. I mean, they've seen your face, so they probably will recognize you as like coming over to their place. And a very obvious tactic. That's a very obvious tactic she's trying to pull here. Getting to know how they taste their coffee and whatnot, so you can maybe get ideas off of it. Is that what she's trying to do? Kind of obvious here. I blink in confusion at the first proposal. What are you going on about? I'm trying to see what's so good about their coffee. I point something dumb like yesterday. No, it's called competitive analysis. Go forth. Here's 2,000 yen. Before we have the time to eject, she orders me to change out of my work clothes and transform into a customer. Well, at least you get to see the girl like this. Can't believe going along with this ridiculous plan. I guess I could help analyzing our competitor. Take off my apron and change to my regular outfit. Oh well, they're dreading this new task. Perhaps I can think of this as a break. Nothing about it. Could she be working today? Instead of heading straight across, I take a little detour around the neighborhood. Hope Boss doesn't mind. The neighborhood around here is quaint and quiet. The busiest being in the morning and evenings. Aside from our coffee shops, there are a couple of restaurants and clothing stores around, which helps bring in customers in. It's a really nice and cozy area. I couldn't risk asking for a better environment to be in. In around 10 minutes, I make my way back to Montana's Coffee and prepare myself to head into the enemy territory. As I pass by the window, I take a quick look inside and discover that the handsome girl is in fact working today. She sees me through the window with an expression of surprise, but I quickly replace it with a grin. She's happy to see us. I enter nonchalantly. Ooh, it's nice in here. Gotta say, it looks nice in here. I like the aesthetic here. Nice wooden floors, nice warm atmosphere and lights. I enter nonchalantly and take a seat at the bar counter. It looks good in your work uniform, which is just a black shirt and a branded apron. I greet her with a smile and she does the same. Fancy seeing you here. Shouldn't you be at work? Oh shoot, I had to come up with an excuse as why I'm at work now. Here's what I can say, I'm here to scout in the competition. She tilts her head slightly, anticipating my answer. Our store's hiring someone new, and we're giving them a trial week or something like that. So I was able to get some time off to her next few days, something like that. Yeah. I hope my line's believable, but she doesn't seem to be doubting me. You could have just said that you're here to see her. That would have helped. Oh really, that's good, great to hear. What brings you in here instead of hang out elsewhere? Come on, second chance. Oh, I want to see you in a work environment? Close enough. We can work with that. It's blue, Juri. Oh? Now I'm feeling a little self-conscious. No, don't be, I'm sorry, I didn't. Laughter erupts from her and she looks at me with amusement. Then I best be putting on my greatest performance for you. I twiddle my thumbs and stray away from their eye contact, afraid someone digging myself into a deeper hole. Sure. Class probably due to the idiocy again, and such as the employee mode. So, what can I get for you today? Speaking of which, I haven't decided on what I'm planning on getting. Might just peruse the black menu board behind her and jot down some mental notes on what they offer. The menu's not much different from ours. Can't use the usual special base, latte base, and other specialty drinks like teas and seasonals. They also have more expensive or higher up coffee brands such as Sudan Ruma or Geisha XO, among a few others. Those aren't something you can see on a menu of your average coffee shop. They don't actually know their stuff, huh? Boston's gonna be happy to discover their opponent is quite a formidable one. I look back at the top of the menu again to find my go-to coffee and place my order. I'll take the latte. A latte, please. One latte, coming right up. With that, she heads to the station and swiftly completes the order. Her moves are graceful and efficient, as she has been working here for ages. None of her actions seem clumsy. Not a drop is spilled, not a speck of coffee ground is knocked over, and nothing is measured any less or any more. It's obvious she's a skilled coffee barista. With her working here in that menu over theirs, and there's no doubt the cafe is not one to be underestimated. At seeing her treat or even a simple cup of latte with a Larenka love and care, I know right away that her expertise is the real deal. It's a matter of minutes that the latte is ready to be enjoyed. She places it in front of me and I notice that she has a classic heart-shaped latte art. Oh, it's a heart. I thought I'd do something a bit more complex, but it's not like I'm a Gordon Ramsay or anything. Hope you're not judging my work. Hope you're not judging me for doing a quick and simple design. Oh, not at all. Although, okay, maybe I did expect something more complicated. Ha, I don't blame you. You yourself work at a coffee barista after all. I know I was supposed to put my best performance, but I thought a cute heart would suit a cute girl like you. She's flirting with us. This is good. Keep going in. What? I'm not cute or anything. Of course you are. I'm an expert on cuties, did you know? Hurrying sends my heart racing and my face overheating. Quick action topic and combust from compliments. She likes you. This is good. Oh, we're getting right into this. I love this. Anyway, think fast, Juri. So, oh yes, I never got your name, even though it's been a week. Oh right, we never formally introduced ourselves, have we? She sends her hand towards me with a charming smile. I'm Mantoku Romi. It's a pleasure to meet you. Mantoku. I never shake her hand, hoping she doesn't feel my clamminess. I'm Chiyoda Juri. Nice to meet you. Mantoku Romi. It's quite a unique name. Yeah, it's a pretty rare last name. And a pretty rare first name as well. Usually something like Rumi or Hiromi would be more common, but I got Romi instead. Guess I stand out. Well, you stand out alright, in more ways than one. Pardon? No, nothing. The cup latte sits snug within my cradle hands, where it warms my palms and sends a alluring aroma in the air. I take a sip and reveal the taste of the perfectly made cup of coffee. Romi's eyes are on me, as she's waiting on a judge for an approval on her masterpiece. My eyes meet hers, and I automatically look elsewhere instead of holding our eye contact. How is it? I try to look at her while I'm trying to speak light, but she's too gorgeous to look at for too long. Spectacular. She breathes a relief and smiles to herself. Maybe knowing that I'm coffee barista myself, and she didn't want to lose face by making a cup that wasn't up to par. I'm glad to hear. If you want, just then a customer walks in and pauses our conversation. Yes, I'll get back to you. No worries. She turns to the customer with a bright, welcoming smile and takes their order. Just like before, I study every move of hers as she makes a cup of coffee with grace and prestige. I wonder if I look like that when I make coffee too. No, there's no way I look that cool. The customer begins creating small talk, occupying Romi even more, so I pull my phone and start browsing through the Instagraph. However, I have to take a picture of a cup of latte. Well, I'm technically on a mission, right? It shouldn't be fun and games, but then again, I haven't updated my Instagram in a while. Having fun on your phone? Huh! I jump in and I see due to her sudden return and she laughs. Oops, did I scare you? You did seem kind of deep in thought. Sorry, sorry if I interrupted something. No, not at all. You seem to be having an interesting conversation with the customer anyway, so I just did my own thing. I then noticed that she's been hiding something behind her hand and stares at it a bit longer than I stared at it a bit longer than I should have. Interested? She tilted up, waving in the air, and I think akin to a cat eyeing a toy being graded by her owner. Huh? That customer just now gave me her number. You get stuff like this too, huh? The classic leave number for a hot barista move. Reminds me of when boss asked me if I got any of those. I didn't think people actually did that. No, I don't get anything like that. Really? Even though you're this cute? She's such a sweet talker that I'm surprised she's such a sweet talker that I'm surprised she works in a profession that deals with something that's primarily bitter. No, I'm just average. I'm sure a lot of people wouldn't agree, me included. Love begins to rush my face, and from the compliment, I hurriedly try to change the topic. Say, I haven't praised you yet for saving my life that day. If you weren't there, I really wouldn't be here right now. Is there anything I can do for you? Of course, I only within my abilities. I'm not made money, so I don't know if I can play with you much if that's what you want, but She looked around and pondered for a bit on her thinking face. Her eyes that are colored just like the latte I'm drinking travel down to the white piece of paper in her hands. You don't have to give me money, no. But you can give me your number instead. Let's go, Juri! You're so in this! You're so in this! Huh? A playful smile flashes across her face as she patiently waits for my reply. Except I'm too busy to be flustered to even say anything right now. I take some of my coffee to calm my nerves, but I know that my eyes are darting everywhere from the butterflies. Romi tilts her head and gives you puppy eyes. Is that a no? How does you know those peeling eyes? Of course I'll give it to her. But why does she want my number? Out of everything she could ask for. Well, would you rather ask for one I said instead? Whoa! Oh, okay. Oh. Huh? I know you just spit take and cook my drink from that outlandish question, even if it might be a joke. Romi-san, please don't joke about that. She hands me a tissue while giggling non-stop. I take the tissue and wipe my mouth from any dribble, trying to calm down. As always, I'm embarrassing as heck in front of someone I shouldn't be impressing. Romi-san, I'm joking. Unless... Would I be interested in one night stand? Well, maybe I won't mind. Okay, for real, I'm joking. Because I wasn't joking about your number. Whoa. She fiddles with her back of her neck and looks down at the counter. Is collect numbers one of your hobbies? For once, she looks like shy not making eye contact. And I just thought it'd be a lot easier to contact you. Especially since we work close by, we could probably go hang out after work or something. But then again, I guess I probably can't walk around. I can't just walk over and find you. I relaxed a little bit after seeing her sound so bashful, which is actually quite refreshing and frankly, very adorable. She finally makes eye contact with me and searches for an answer nervously. Gosh, how can I say no to a face like that? I reach out to the piece of paper she is holding and grab onto a pen from my bag. I jot down my number quickly and slide back to her. The various objects in my bag have finally come in handy. I look up to see your face like a child, and it's like a child on Christmas Day. Wow, thank you. Oh, my eyes are blinded by your bright, healing smile. It's really nothing to thank me for, especially compared to what you did for me. Don't worry about it, I still appreciate it nonetheless. Just then, my phone starts buzzing and my boss's name shows up on the display. No, excuse me. My mind automatically turns a bit to the side, knowing that boss is trying to check out my reconnaissance. So, what's taking so long? I asked you a cup of coffee and you're taking eons. What are you doing? Flirting with the barista, getting your number? Possibly getting a date? What's it to you? My gaze stealthily looks toward the glass window and the faint silhouette of the boss staring at, trying to take a look. I turn back to her and reply, "Yeah, sorry, I just got caught up drinking some really good coffee." I started to spike boss a bit. You should try some when you get the chance to go to I can't read that name. Montage Coffee. Juri. Anyway, see you in a bit, bye. I go hang up and finish my last sip of the latte. Romi seems to have started cleaning the cups nearby when she sees us on the phone. Romi said not to get going, but thank you for the amazing coffee. Just Romi's fine, Juri. Oh, and then Romi. I wave goodbye and get up from my seat as I'm reluctant to depart. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed the coffee. I could quit nod and head out the door. None of the boss is in a rush to hear my report. Oh, this is fun. This is fun. I'm gonna enjoy this one. Instead of enemies lovers, we're just getting straight to the love. It is great. So, like before, I walked around the neighborhood for just a bit, and just in case Romi doesn't spot me. I make sure Romi is occupied in her cafe before I open the door and report back to boss. I told you to check out their coffee, not become a loyal customer. I cheekily look to the side and pretend I have no idea what she's talking about. Guess it's about choice to send you over. Well, it's not like you have anyone else to send. I'll just get another friend or something. Wait! Boss gets someone else to go on my set, that means I won't be able to see Romi again. I'll continue going, I won't take so long next time. Boss looks at me suspiciously, like she knows what my intentions are. My lips are shut tight to not spill my ulterior motives and ruin my opportunity of seeing Romi. She's still staring me down with dagger eyes, which are starting to make me feel nervous. I hope she doesn't question me further. Then her face relaxes and she lets go of the issue. Fine, you continue scouting out the competition. My own face relaxes as well, only to be pulled back to my former self again. But you can only do takeouts from now on. Takeouts? Yes, because you took forever today. I wasn't making you go there to take a break. You're still considered to be on the clock, you know. Did I really take that long? I felt like it was only 20 minutes. It was eons. Right, at best 25. Whatever, now get back to work. Hey Iris, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. We're playing some more Yuri today. Hope you're having a good one. As she turns around to go back to whatever she was doing, I stick my tongue out behind her back. It's definitely a possibility that I took a bit longer than expected, but it was for the better. I was able to fully immerse myself in the environment of what our competitor has to offer. I recall my time spent at Montanage Cafe, and I can't deceive myself any longer, knowing that Romi was actually the only thing I paid attention to. My shoulders slump as I head back to the back room to switch to my work uniform. Guess I'm stuck here at Cafe Caflet once again. Well, it was her. She just wants to see her girl, the girl she's crushing on. As per boss's request, at the start of next day, I head over to the cafe shop facing hours to order a coffee for takeout. This time, I don't dilly-dally around the neighborhood as much as I did yesterday, and feel boss giving me an earful again. When I finally arrive at the windows of Romi's coffee shop, I see her and give her a wet little wave. She turns away and greets me with a small grin. Oh, they're waving to each other. The door opens without a jingle, unlike what I'm used to at my workplace, and gently closes behind me. Cafe seems to be full, with nearly every seat taken up. The business is still doing great and clearly doesn't show any signs of sliding up anytime soon. On my way to the counter, I notice a few heads facing Romi. Surprisingly, but also unsurprisingly, most of the stares are coming from girls. Long time no see. Good morning. Another latte? Romi got a cup of coffee in preparation for my order, but I shake my head in response to her question. No, I'll take a cappuccino today, and it'll be to go. She slowly puts down a cup that she picked up. She slowly puts the cup that she picked up away, and a shocked expression appears on her face. To go? Yeah, I was forced to go back to work. That was a short-lived break. Yeah. Is it really okay for you to be walking into work without coffee, though? Your boss might call you a traitor. She might. Except she's the one that's telling me to try her coffee out. But it's nice to try out other coffees from time to time. Sometimes you just have to step out of your bubble to explore new things. Don't tell me you're here to steal our secret recipe. I go up for a sudden accusation, fearing she has he found out. Please don't have the look on your face. You're gonna make me think you really are. But for you, I'd give up my secret recipe any day. Gosh, she likes you so much, Juri. Romi suddenly sends me a smirk and a wink. My eyes automatically revert to the ground in a bashful manner. If she continues flirting like that so often, I'm seriously gonna fall in love with her soon. As if you aren't already. As if I likely haven't already. Ha! But then I think back to all the girls with Hawkeye staring at me like they had their prey locked in target. I realize I might have had to get in line. You're a cappuccino? Thank you. That'll be 700 yen. Pull out my purse and pay the coffee in exact change, placing it on the small black tray. Think you're a business. See you tomorrow, hopefully. I turn around to leave the premise. She calls out to me, which somehow makes my heart beat faster than it should. Would you happen to be free tonight, after work? My eyes blink in confusion and shock. Ooh, here we go. That wasn't something I expected to hear, and somehow I feel a million eyes burning through my back. Yeah, I am. Is something the matter? Molly sticks her hand into her apron pocket and looks at me nervously. Actually, never mind, it's nothing. Oh, come on, Romi, you've been so confident before. I tell my head in confusion, but tried not to think too much of her son's suspicious behavior. Alright then, see you, Romi. See you. God, there's just something about a nice coffee shop little setting that's just so comforting and cozy. I walk out of the store with thoughts swimming around my head, wondering just what she was going to say. Never mind always gets me feeling antsy. However, I focus on the task at hand and report back to boss. Good. What do you order this time? I ordered a cappuccino. Did you drink it yet? How was it? Waiting for my answer, she claws for the drink from my hands and goes to behind the counter to do some research. You've done well. Now please get changed while I test this. That's definitely in her obsessive zone again, so let her do her thing. At the back room, put on the store shirt and apron. By the time I come out, boss is faced in deep thought as she stares at one spot on the opposite wall. Kind of refreshing to see her side, so I let her be and start wiping the counters. I feel like that's all they ever do though, since her business has still been a bit on the slower side. Exquisite. My attention turns to boss and she takes another sip of the coffee. Boss looks concerned and amazed at the same time. Suppose it's another cup of cappuccino, but it's more than that. It's not often that someone can connect something like this. Only a truly experienced barista can pull this off. It takes skill and love to turn a plain cup cappuccino into something that makes love to your taste buds. Well, I think it's something else that she wants to, I'll keep that thought to myself. They truly are a trustworthy opponent. I know exactly what she's talking about. Taking the first sip of the latte yesterday, I was just as mind-blown as boss is right now. Looks at milk piercing fiery eyes, and it seems like her competitive nature has resparked her passion for coffee. Who made this? I stopped mid-sentence, thinking about whether or not to spill the beans about the Romi. Ha, the beans. Get it? Well, still doesn't know that we're friends, does she? But would she even care if we're friends? Sure, we're enemies, so to say, but I have the right to make friends with whoever I want, don't I? Someone that works there. I decided to keep it secret for a bit longer. Flame in her eyes dies out after hearing a response that didn't yield any results. You are the worst recon playing, Juri. Maybe I'll just go there myself next time. I guess the our competition will actually do us good. Though it's saddening to hear that our competition is still is the cafe that Romi works at. Can we somehow create peace and have a truce? Who knows? Maybe the bosses will hook up later. That's my prediction for the story. The bosses will hook up and then they join coffee shops into one. Unsurprisingly, the shop is quite empty. Again, I glance at the clock on the wall and see that I'm still 30 minutes before my closing time. But with no one here, I might as well pack up now. Since there are currently no customers, I take up my phone and treat these 30 minutes as my second break. Though it's more that my 10th or 11th break, if I'm honest. Hey, as long as you're getting paid the same, I'm fine with that. I'd be fine with that. A lock screen pops up and automatically unlocks using my face, showing me the multitude of apps on the home screen. Press it on the Instagram icon and scroll through the news posts for the people I'm following. As per usual, a bunch of selfies, but most importantly, mouth-watering, devilishly tempting pictures of food. How convenient that in our last story we had our one girl who was also taking pictures of food and posting online. Of course, that's the thing that a lot of people do, so they're not likely linked. But their story with Akane did start with her, going to a coffee shop and looking at the barista thinking she was hot, so maybe they are all connected. That'll be neat to find out. My stomach naturally grumbles at the thought of taking a bite of these delicious meals. Oh, if only I had even a look at that scrumptious feast. The only good thing coming out of scrolling through these food pictures is that I helps me decide for my dinner. I think I'm in for some Chinese food tonight, or maybe Italian. So I thought maybe there's nothing good from salivating over these pictures. Just then the wind chimed and the door rings, signaling a customer. Welcome to... Oh, to my surprise, Romi comes walking through the door instead of an unfamiliar face. I'm gonna take a deep breath and prepare myself to deal with this unexpected event. She greets me with a grin and walks toward the counter. I quickly put my phone down and return to her greeting. Hello. Her head looks up and around, starting the entire store as if she's the monthly health inspector that comes in. Soon her eyes settle toward my direction and gently land on my hazel-colored ones. That's hazel? Well, I'd call it green, but hazel is a weird color. This coffee shop is a lot more different than I imagined. Oh, is that a good thing or a bad thing? A good thing. She chuckles lightly and slips her hand into her coat pockets. I think this place is nice, definitely different from where I work, but different in a good way. I shoot her a skeptical look, but stop my questioning. Are you here to steal our recipes? No, not so much recipe, but rather I'm more interested in stealing something else. A smug expression flashes across her face as she leaves me wondering just what she's able to steal. Your heart? Money? I slowly walk closer to the cash register while keeping my eye on her concerningly. In response, she laughs out loud, filling the store with her joyous laughter. Don't worry, money's the last thing I want to steal. She takes her hand out of the pocket and leans on the counter with her arms. I just want to drop by and ask if you're free after work. Wait, what? I was working overtime today and thought I'd grab dinner around here. But since I'm still new to the neighborhood, I figured I'd ask someone that knows the area too well to recommend some good restaurants. Hence, I'm here asking you to be my tour guide for the evening. Tour guide? I was about to ask you earlier this morning, but that's why I cut out to you out of blue. But I checked it out at the last minute. I was also worried that all the other customers might have been out for blood if I asked you that out you and not you out and not them. Thinking about your repayment for saving my life, part 2. Just about to gut feeling that there's possibly a repayment part 3 or 4. Romi shrugs and gives me a cheeky wink, continuing my friendly banter. I'll include repayment part 5 and 6 in the package as well, if you'd like, if you so like. I subconsciously let out a smile after hearing her play along with my joke. Someone makes my chest feel fuzzy, seeing her joke around with me like that. So, will you accompany me? Though it's totally okay if you're not available today. This was pretty last minute after all. There's no way I'm gonna turn down this invitation. It's not like I had plans for tonight anyway. I've just been eating dinner all by my lonesome at home. Besides, this is a great way to get close to me to find out more about her. And I didn't even have to be the one to ask. Score! I shake my head and reassure that it's no big deal at all. I'm totally free. I'm all yours tonight. What? What? Oh. There's normal silence that where only the slight whirring of the machines and the chattering of nearby passerby fill the awkward tension. I totally said something suggestive, didn't I? Way to go, Juri. Juri, please remind Juri not to smack Juri in the head later. Romi clears her throat as we hastily break eye contact. My eyes struggle to find a place to settle on, but they end up looking back at the clock opposite of me. Bring up another topic in order to air out the lingering awkwardness in the shop. But I won't be off for another 20 minutes or so. You still have some time to kill. What are you gonna do until the shop closes? Can I get a glass of water? Asking for coffee, giving her more work to clean. How kind. I complied with her request and anticipated her answer. I hand her a tall glass of cold water to her as she brings it to a table nearby, before she takes a seat comfortably. She looks at me from the seat and smiles. I'll wait here for you. She's definitely a mad woman. You're really going to sit here for 20 minutes doing nothing? I'm not doing nothing, I'm waiting for you. The real jingle of the door rings once again. A small group of 3 high school boys come in, interrupting my remark. Welcome to Cafe Caplet. Soon if I completely forget the fact that Romi's sitting there as I become occupied with orders of coffees. However, when I get the chance to spot her in my peripheral vision, I can see her coolly sipping her on her water as she scrolls through her phone. The scene looks like a page out of a magazine featuring a stunning model as she was brought to life. Yo, that shaker stinger over there looks hot as hell. Shut up, she probably hear us. If she frequents this cafe, I might just start coming here more often, too. Bet I can get her number for you. Maybe in 100 years, like she's gonna be into a scrub kid like you. 3 laughing sing with their chimes from the door, and our pair of customers will come trickling in. It's unusual that business perks up near closing time, but I'm not complaining. Though it makes me wonder if Romi's off the lucky charm for business. Or if it's her beauty that makes people want to come and get a closer look. Either way, the next 20 minutes have me sweating from the sudden influx of orders, and I soon forget that Romi is in the shop until the clock strikes 5 p.m. With a flip of a sign and a closing of the blinds, I signal to the outside that the store is officially closed for the day. Finally, I take a deep breather from the sudden stress from just now. Not like it's never happened before, but it would have been a lot easier if the boss were here to help with the orders. In a blink of an eye, my shift's already over, and Romi's voice reminds me that I technically still have one more customer I should be booting out of the closed shop. And go to work. I turned around to see Romi still stationed at the very spot she chose earlier with her empty glass and phone out in sight. Thank you. At that moment, my eyes turned toward the thing that I now have to wash. I also then remember that I had no clothes to register, sanitize the coffee machine, and everything else. On second thought, you might have to wait about another 30 minutes. I still have to clean everything, wipe tables, etc. No problem. Do you need any help with that? No, you shouldn't be working. You don't even work here. Alright then, what if I just said that I want to help you so I can get to my dinner faster? It is true that the procedure would be faster if she helped, but I feel horrible for making someone that's off the clock work, especially if she's not even on her own workplace. She walks up to the counter and holds out her hand. I'll let you handle more important things. I can at least help you clean the tables, right? 4 hands are better than 2. After more hesitation, I decided to bring her on board. I opened the cleaning cupboard and retrieved the sanitizing bottle and the cloth for her. She slips out the coat and plops onto a nearby chair. Her face becomes serious as she rolls up her sleeves. Seeing her switch from casual to working mode makes her look 10 times cooler. Not that she wasn't cool in the first place, but just cooler. Or perhaps hotter. I catch myself staring at her and all, but quickly return to my own task. Usually take my time to put some music on in the background, but with the thought of Romi waiting for me, I complete my work with haste. Can't keep a girl waiting. In no time, the coffee house is sparkling clean and ready for the next day. To make sure I didn't miss anything, I take one last look around and do a mental checklist. Perfect. Thank you so much for your help. It wouldn't have taken much longer if it weren't for you. Glad to hear I lifted the list on that weight off your shoulders. Shall we head out? Oh right, let me get changed so we can zoom out of here. Zoom? Oh, she's cute. They're cute. I like them. The door closes, gives a solid click as the key locks it shut. I shake the door to confirm that it's securely locked. I'm sure I heard the click, but you never know. You always gotta double check. Then I drop the keys in my purse and proceed to lead Romi throughout the neighborhood. The chatting of the people and various city noises outside exhibits a stark contrast to the atmosphere inside the Cafe Caplet. Once you step outside, it throws you back into the hustle and bustle of everyday life, after being in the quiet pause that the cafe offers. The cool autumn air breezes past us, reminding us that summer is now over with, and the leaves crunching beneath our feet. So, what would you like to eat? There are a lot of restaurants nearby, and they're all fantastic. If I had a chance, I'd bring you to every one of them. When I first started working here, I was astonished by the amazing restaurants around. I probably get a couple pounds just from eating out so often back then, but I couldn't ignore them. They just call out to you when you walk past, begging you to stop by and stay. I was so busy reminiscing about the delicious restaurants that I went on a tangent. Sorry, I must have rambled on. I look over to Romi and then it hits me how much taller she is. It's not often that I had to tilt my head up while walking to someone. Her face lights up with a chuckle while she reassures me that she didn't mind. No worries, it's cute seeing you so excited. I'm not a child, you know. I'm a fully fledged 23-year-old, thank you very much. 23-year-old, fully fledged baby. Phew. If I was more acquainted with her, I would have punched her in the arm, but alas. There. Romi pats me gently on the head to further fuel the flame. I've given up and resort to sulking quietly. Anyways, back to your previous topic. Do you have any type of cuisine in mind? She her chin, ponders, looking at the sky as it has the answer. I didn't really think about it. I was hoping you'd recommend something for me. I would recommend you something, but you can probably narrow down your choice down for me, right? Oh, I know. Romi looks at me with gleaming eyes, almost like she's made a revolutionary discovery. Take me to your favorite restaurant. My favorite restaurant? Yeah, that way we can have some place to start instead of spending 5 hours deciding. That is a solution, I guess. Exactly, so lead the way. She wants to know your favorites. With that, I accept the request and bring her to my favorite restaurant with a nervousness to my step. The last thing I wanted for her to dislike my favorite restaurant. What kind of place is it? We arrive at my go-to spot, a rundown hole-in-the-wall gem. Looks maybe deceiving, but this is one of the best out here. I hope you like udon. That wasn't what I was quite expecting. No, trust me, this is good. If you end up not liking it, I'll let you include a repayment parts 7 and 8. Deal. But you can't pretend to not like it just to give me just to fit in a repayment part 7 though. You saw me through a strategy. I guess this is a first date for them. Irashaimase! Small udon restaurant doesn't see that many people, but the place is always packed. Luckily the wait that wasn't that long, as we just caught up a couple leaving. We take our seats and Romi looks through the menu. Anything catch your eye? Her eyes focus on the menu, zooming left to right. Everything. That sounds surprising to hear, and I'm glad the menu appeals to her. If it helps you, I usually go for the Tanuki udon, but I totally recommend the wakame udon as a first step. Or if you like curry, the curry udon is a good too. Then I'll take your word for it. Wakame udon it is. Fine choice, madam. We put in our orders and would await the scrumptious meals to be put in our belly. I twiddle my thumbs on the table while trying to find ways to strike conversation, but my head is all full of the place and I can't choose what to say for fear of sounding awkward. Not to mention that the appetizing aroma is making me dizzy with hunger, causing my stomach to grumble again. Glad that's loud enough for in here and not to be heard. The air's not making my brain functional at all, making me think of nothing but food. Food, great topic. What do you usually like to eat, Romi? I like to eat a lot of things. I'm not a picky eater at all. You learn to appreciate the finer things when you live alone. Yeah, I understand that feeling very well. Do you also live alone? Yep. It's a lot of work, but it gets kind of lonely sometimes, so... But I don't mind. Yeah, it does get lonely, doesn't it? It'd be nice if there was someone to come visit me from time to time. It'd be a lot livelier than just being by myself. Is that her way of subtly inviting you to come over to her place? Come on, Juri, that's right there. If she opened an application for that role, I'd jump on it in a split second. This is an application. Jump for it. How long have you been living alone? About 6 years now. I was about 23 years old when I got kicked out of my house. Kicked out of your house? I don't know what the type do I don't expect you to be the type to get kicked out. You were some kind of delinquent, were you? She throws her head back and lets out a hearty chuckle. Would your perception of me change if I was? No, not at all. Rory laughs again and leans on the table with her arms. Believe it or not, I was kicked out of my house because I wanted to pursue my coffee-making career. What? Though it was more about like running away from home. When I told them I wanted to go into coffee making, they freaked out and absolutely forbade me. Romi's eye dripped toward the cable and she starts twiddling her thumbs. It's kind of obvious that this is a touchy subject for her, if she's willing to share it with me, someone like me. I wonder just what she sees in me that wants her to open up like this. Not that I'm complaining. I'm super touched that she's letting me into her history. I imagine it's not something that you won't just tell anyone. My parents wanted me to become either a doctor, a lawyer, or something well reputable. They didn't want their image to be soiled by having a daughter that makes coffee. Being a coffee barista is good too. You make crazy good coffee that helps people get their day started. Do they just know how people Do they know just how many people rely on coffee to survive the day? You practically make them the thing that gives them life. If only they saw things the way you did, Yuri. Fortunately or unfortunately, I come from a rich family. That's all about status, something I don't care much about. I know I was selfish, but my 23-year-old self wasn't having any of my family's bossing around. So, of course, when I told them it wasn't my dream, they got mad and we got a huge argument. And the rest is history. I probably shunned from my family because of that, and, well, no reason, but that's for another time. It must have been tough to just suddenly leave home like that. I can't even imagine it must have been like for your family to shun you. It was pretty rough at first, especially because I was always relied on my family for money and such. But through the hardships, I've gained a lot of knowledge and experience. For that, I'm kind of glad I left. Because if I didn't, I probably would have rotted away by now. Who knew someone like her had to go through such hurdles to do what she's doing, what she loves right now? You look into the book by its cover. But please, don't be too sad about my past. It's much better to stay focused on the present. Because look where I'm at now. Having dinner with an insanely cute girl. Oh, there it is again. Like clockwork, the blood immediately rushes to my face and I feel the warmth invading my cheeks. Romi, you gotta stop doing that. But it's the truth. And besides, you're really cute when you blush, so... Romi strikes in a mischievous manner while giving me a sheepish smile. By chance, was that other reason you were shunned because you're into girls? Was that possibly the reason? I don't think anyone could get enough of that. I think my face heats up even more from her absurd comments, and all she does is laugh at me again. She keeps saying something like this. I swear I'm gonna end up blowing my face off. To change topic, I bring up a question I had while she was telling her story. She mentioned something about being shunned for a feeling for another reason as well. I'm not one to pry, but it's the only thing that happened popped in my head in desperation to switch to the topic at hand. Say, what was the other... One Taki Udon and one Wakame Udon! Just in the aroma of bowls of udon makes me forget about everything, and my mouth starts watering like the note tomorrow. The beautiful displayed ingredients in the bowl are beckoning for both of us to start devouring without another word to be said. I usually have the time to let my phone eat. I usually have to let my phone eat first, but today I just can't wait any longer. In one swift motion, I lift up my chopsticks and deliver a bundle of noodles into my salivating mouth without even blowing on it. The heat hurts, but does the taste kind of counterbalance the pain. I struggle to eat the scalding thick noodles, but it doesn't stop me from enjoying the exquisite flavors dancing in my mouth. Oh, delicious. My mouth's probably full as chipmunks while I try to chew on the delectable noodles. I look toward Romi and see her reaction to my joy. Her face just as illuminated as mine. This is extraordinary. She took another big bite, this time with some wakame seaweed alongside the thick white strands. I've had udon before, but not any this good. It's always those small hole-in-the-wall places that you don't see that always have like the best food. Can't help but put on a big dumb smile as I see her after seeing her reaction. Isn't it? I've honestly never found any other udon restaurant that has beaten this place. And even if I do find one better, this place will always be a half spot in my heart. I'm very happy you share this place with me. We should come here more often so I can try the rest of the menu. You bet we could. And don't forget about the other restaurants nearby. You're bound to see a whole new world. Sounds like a plan. For most meal, both of us become silent as we only focus on vacuuming our meal up like it was a race to see who could finish first. Oh, it was truly delectable. I'm glad you liked it. I really don't know what I would have done if you ended up not liking it. You would have to deal with preparing in part 3. No thank you. He burst into laughter at a recently credited inside joke. I never in my life predicted to be laughing alongside my new handsome girl this new handsome girl on the block that everyone and their mom has their eyes on. But knowing that I am having fun with her makes me feel like a certain type of way. Could it actually be me falling in love? Or is it just infatuation? Or could it even be the satisfaction of obtaining the impossible? I'm not quite too sure, but all I know is that it's nice. Although I just recently met Romi, it seems as though I've known her all my life. Something is making me gravitate towards her. Perhaps it's her charisma, and I'm just like all those other people that want a piece of her. But it feels different from how I felt with other people. As much as it's fleeting, it's just as scary. I don't want to fall hard in this in case it wasn't really meant to be. This is only our second time being together alone though, so I can't possibly gauge my feelings for just 2 meetings. But for some reason, I feel like these feelings aren't inescapable. My head can still drown in these deep thoughts that I don't even notice that her hand is waving in front of me. Juri, let's go. Huh? Oh. Wait, we didn't pay yet. I just did while you're daydreaming. Wait. You pay for our meal? Yes. Is there a problem? No one says you're going to pay for the meal. I'll pay you back. I phoned for a wallet inside my purse, but Romi gently grabs my arm onto my arm and halts me. No, it's fine. I'm the one that invited you out anyway. You're my tour guide for tonight, remember? Let me do this much at least. Her sincere face relaxed in my tense muscles as I let her have her way. Alright then. But next time I'm treating you to a meal, got it? Got it. First date successful. Oh, she's so smitten. Cold air greases once more as the sun is already gone to bed, leaving us with a dark purple sky. We stop a few stops outside the restaurant door and see a lineup on the side. Wow, we were pretty lucky, weren't we? I'm glad you were there to help clean up so we didn't have to wait in line like this. It was already packed when we got in, so maybe we weren't that lucky. Touché. Roy looks at her watch and looks around, wondering what to do next. It's still quite early, but you might be pretty tired. Do you have someplace else you want to go? I do stop to buy a convenience store to stock up on some stuff, but if you have anywhere you'd like to check out, I'd be glad to accompany you. If only we had a car, we could probably go somewhere faster, farther. I take you to one of the most stunning places. I've ever seen. Oh, you drive? Yeah. What's so surprising? No, nothing. It's just that I don't know that many people that drive. Seeing that how tedious it is to get even a license here. Yeah, but I was kind of forced to. Parents said it was useful. Not that useful when you don't have a car to drive. I got used to transiting though, even if it takes twice the time to get places sometimes. Maybe we'll save up for a car. More than shy, then turns shy as she sticks her hand in her pocket and looks at me with a face asking for permission. If you don't mind, can I tag along to your grocery store? I don't have any other plans, and I frankly don't want to spend my evening alone moping at home. It's kind of cute how at times the demeanor of the 6-year-old kid pops out in a split second. I bet to learn how to say no to her. Of course you can, as long as you don't mind me getting sidetracked in the grocery store. Her face brightens up and almost lights up at the entire dark street. I have all the time in the world for you to get sidetracked. They are so cute. I like them a lot. The street lights are now on to illuminate the path for us, with help of the soft glow emitting through the shop windows. Sounds of people chatting, bringing the street to life despite the cold and dark. The grocery store isn't far, but it's still about a 10-minute walk. And for those 10 minutes, I thought it'd be a huge, silent journey, but Romi didn't let that happen, which I'm grateful for. Awkward silences are the worst. So, what about you? How did you get here and working as a coffee barista? Compared to Romi's story, mine is a lot more simpler. Still, I'm kind of embarrassed that it's not any grander. There's no story, really. I just graduated high school and wanted to earn more money. I found this place and got hired somehow, even though I had no experience whatsoever. It was probably because my boss was short on staff and just decided to get anyone she could. And now I'm here. Huh. Please don't sound so disappointed. No, please don't understand. I'm not disappointed at all. In fact, I kind of envy your autonomy. Grass is always greener on their side, my friend. I envy your passion, your dedication, to the point of leading a comfortable life to pursue your dream. Oh, I was young and reckless. But like I said, I don't regret it. I'm just happy that I was able to befriend someone in the same field, though. And I'm happy to see you see me as an equal in said field. I saw you working earlier. I know you have you know what you're doing. It's nothing really, just years of working there under my boss. Still really impressive. Don't remind yourself. Romi's hand reaches to my head and gives you a few congratulatory pats. Her pats are still a sensation that I don't know if I can get used to yet, but I don't seem to mind it. Everyone loves head pats. Doesn't matter how old you are. You seem pretty close to your boss. She practically raised me in the coffee making scene. I know she's a bit immature at times, but she can be one of the most mature people I know. Until she starts getting competitive. I roll my eyes and think back to a little argument she had with Romi's boss a few days ago. She's very knowledgeable when it comes to coffee, even if she doesn't look like it. So I've learned a lot while working under her. I would assume so, since you raised as a great barista such as you. I'm still learning though, even though it's been a while since I started working here. Then I hope I'll be a part of your learning journey as well, and you can teach me stuff along the way too. Romi looks at me with an affectionate smile in the dark, and her visual Romi looks at me with an affectionate smile in the dark, and her visuals stun my ability to think about anything but her. It's so breathtaking that I can't help but look for too long, or I'll die from asphyxiation. I peek out of the floor to get rid of my butterflies, but they simply refuse to leave. Of course, that'd be really nice. Oh, how cute. I dig in my purse from home to double-check my grocery list. Since I'm feeling familiar with the grocery, I know my way around it, even without paying attention to where I'm going. Probably for the better so I don't get sidetracked by snacks. I went up within the produce section to pick out the juiciest looking strawberries, and almost let my eyes get wandered to the novelty white strawberries that I could never afford. In haste, I tend to put the strawberry pack I've chosen in the basket, but I realized I forgot to grab the one I entered. Looking for this? Always handed me the basket I was looking for and saved my life once again. Oh, yes, thank you. I don't know if you need it, but I brought it along since you didn't. Brought it along since you didn't come since you didn't pick one up. Your list did seem kind of boring long. You seem to always end up helping me in some way. I feel bad. I take the basket from her and place it on that pack of strawberries in it. Just racking up repayment coupons. That was a joke, for the record. Chuckle spills out from seeing her so worried, and she laughs along with her melodic voice. We continue on my grocery adventure, with me grabbing unnecessary snacks along the way, much to my chagrin. Yeah, I'm a bit of a snack fiend myself. I got like 2 different kinds of snacks right beside my desk here. Some Pringles and cookies. Up and down each aisle we go, with our eyes wandering to every item on the shelves. Oh, Romi, look! Slight pink packaging catches my eye and draws my attention towards it like a magnet. Other brands on the shelves are also starting to spark interest, and I'm tempted to buy them all. Romi glances in the direction I'm pointing to and stands beside me to take a closer look. I stepped closer, the back of her hand brushes against each other, sending a jolt of electricity through me. I nervously move my hand away and slip them into my pockets. I don't know why I'm acting so strange around here, but that even the slightest contact causes my brain to do somersaults. She seems to be able to charm everyone, me included. I can't seem to get away. But it's not like I want to get away with it. To ease my nerves, I go back to the topic at the hand that caught my attention. It's a super spicy noodles and carbonara flavor. I've been waiting for it to be restocked for a long time that I completely forgot about it. My hands instinctively reach for the pink packet of noodles featuring our cartoon chicken on it. I should go back up to saving, but it's probably in stock once for more. I'm thinking you should get it. Yeah? Yeah. She slowly prices a bowl of noodles out of my hand, sending an air of electricity shock through my fingers. Packet of spicy noodles lands safely into my basket thanks to Romi and sits perfectly in there like it always belonged there. Better buy it than regret it than not buying it. Trust me. If I'll surely go bankrupt if I go shopping with you all the time. Romi tries to give me a cheeky smirk. Then I'll just take responsibility and take care of it for you. As per usual, the mad blush on my face appears and I steer my attention back to the plethora of instant noodles. For some reason I can sense Romi sporting a winning smile because I know she's trying to make me flustered on purpose. I dash in front of her to hide my never-ending red face and pretend to look at some other stuff on the adjacent shelves. My attention wavers here and there to look at all the fancy and eye-catching brandings until Romi lets out an exasperated yelp. Ah! I flash a rush back to Yomi and see what hurt her. Are you okay? She lifts her index finger to me and I see a spot of blood oozing from the tip of her digit. Just a paper cut, or plastic cut. I bumped my hand against something sharp on the shelf as I was putting something back on. I'm fine though. Give me your hand. I push basket down and dig through my bag for my mini first aid kit. Her hand stretched out obediently like an owner asking for their puppy to their paw, even though I'm the only one asking for her hand. I wiped down the blood with a clean tissue and disinfected with an alcohol wipe. First aid kit in your bag at all times. You really are prepared. Yeah, just a habit of keeping one in my bag because I'm clumsy. I was about to remove it from my bag, but you're lucky I didn't just yet. Comes pretty handy when you need it. Like right now, for example. Carefully with a colorful band-aid slightly around her finger. Then stuff the garbage in my pocket and throw it in the trash later when I find one. Romi inspects the newly bandaged finger. You saved my life. Oh please, just a paper cut. Plastic cut. I roll my playfully in response to the meticulous detail of her injury. Plastic cut. Hey, plastic cuts hurt. I got one some time ago, I remember. Hurt like hell. The two of us giggle in the empty aisle and resume our grocery store adventure. Now, what was it that I needed? Romi waits for me by the door, exploring a variety of vegetables on display as I check everything out. Sorry for the wait. No worries, did you get everything? Did you have anywhere else you need to drop by? I was trying to think of somewhere I could possibly need to go in an effort to make the night last longer. There's no more errands I need to run, but I didn't want to part ways with Romi just yet. I took out my phone and looked for somewhere to hang out, but the screen reads 9:32 p.m. As selfish as I'd like to be, though, I know she works early in the morning, so maybe I shouldn't keep her out too late. My phone quit put back in my pocket, and I suggest I head home. I think that's all for today. Are you sure? Yeah. Alright then, shall we head to the station? Hey, if you could hang out with someone and just go grocery shopping together, and have a good time doing it, then I think it's a really nice thing to be, having a partner, just that nice domestic feeling, you know? It's good to have someone like that with you. By the time we got to the station, the lights have become more blinding and the places have become more lively. There's any platforms are in opposite directions, so we say our regards by the stairs leading to our platform entry. Thank you again for hanging out with me tonight. It's no problem, and besides, I haven't hung out with someone in a while, so it's 2 birds, 1 stone, to be honest. If you need someone to occupy you somewhere, I'm always here for you. I'm literally right across the road. I'll take you up on that offer then. Don't take back your word. Don't take back your word. I could never. I started to move an inch to hug her goodbye, since I usually do that with friends, but before parting ways, but stopped myself in time in fear of possibly crossing an imaginary boundary. I don't think we're considered close enough for friends to warrant a hug, so I leave it at that. Ah, Jerry. Okay then, good night, Romi. I'll probably drop by tomorrow morning for some coffee. Good night, Juri. I'm looking to turn around for my train. I'm always calling out to be stopped in my tracks. Juri. My head turns back to see Romi needing something. She stands there facing me with a delicate expression, as if she had a bunch of things she wanted to say. I told her that in a questioning manner, that asked her what she wants to inquire about. Can I see you again? My head tilts to an even steeper angle, wondering why she's asking such an obvious question. Of course you can. I work right across from you, and you literally can see me whenever you want through the window. No, that's not... Romi chuckles to herself, slightly shakes her head. That's right, it isn't. Just waiting all the way back, assuming I'm not looking at the right time. I'll pay extra attention to when you look through the window then. You don't have to, since you almost like to be pretty busy, but sure. Alright, good night for real now. Get home safe. Good night. With one last wave goodbye, I rush to catch a train home. She's gonna get home and realize that, god damn, she was gonna ask for something, that's not what she meant. Gonna have one of those moments in bed, just lying in wait as he realizes, god, how could I miss that sign? I belf up onto my bed and rest my eyes for a few moments before I go to shower. The evening plays in my brain and a smile comes forth as I recall my time with Romi. There's a possibility that I may have fallen for her, even though this was just our second meeting. And I jump into too quickly to conclusions? I can't tell. The angel on my shoulder is telling me that it's love at first sight, but the devil is saying that I'm the only one feeling this way due to my lack of being in a relationship, calling this head over heels ordeal. I bury my face in the pillow to brush the 2 imaginary beings away. The confusing feelings are making me go crazy over someone I just met. How's it impossible? Do I really miss liking someone that much that I'm complete and smitten with someone that might not even see me the same way? I turn my head to the right and stare at the black headboard of my bed. Maybe the void can clear my thoughts a bit. Seeing how things are right now, with the ambiguity of her feelings versus mine, I should most likely just keep it in the back of my head and let it play out by itself. I'd rather not ruin something nice. Right. My phone vibrates in Jack pocket. I check to see who sent the message. Speak of the devil. Oh, thanks again for tonight. Hope I can see you again, and not in a through the window kind of way. I recalled the moment when she asked me if she could see me again. At the time I thought it was just really strange, but now I understand. My head flumps on the pillow to muffle the sounds of my distress. There it is. I'm such an idiot! Ah, that's so nice. So real, so real. The blink of an eye started the last day of the week, where this reconnaissance mission comes to an end. Past few days have been a blur since morning. Nothing else has happened since our evening out on Wednesday. However, since then, we've started to exchange more texts online, talking about nothing or sharing stories or customer experiences. It's great to have someone understand the pain and have someone talk about coffee making, but that's not boss. My shoulders slump in dread, but I remember that even after all this, I can still ask her to hang out from time to time, so it's like it's my last time seeing her. Even if it's like I'll never be able to meet her again. The cold outdoors sends a shock to the chill in my palms, and I bolt inside to stop to clear in search of warmth. Not only am I good with warmth, but the strong smell of coffee envelops me with open arms. And like always, Romi's cheerful smile never fails to welcome me in the morning. Good morning, Juri. Good morning. She pauses her task of getting ready and gets ready to take my order, without knowing it's my last one for a while. What would you like today? My eyes scan the menu to deduce what I haven't ordered yet. I decided to choose one of the more expensive options since it's not coming out of my pocket anyway. I'll try the hot Spanish latte, please. Coming right up. I hand over the exact change and stand to the side to wait for my order. As everyone's busy crafting my cup of coffee, I take the time to look around in the shop and snoop a bit. The dim yet cozy atmosphere is the same as ever, and the customer count seems to be about the same throughout the week. Yet there are noticeably more female customers, but they also aren't lacking in a number of male patrons. For being somewhat late in the morning, there are quite a few number of customers sitting in their coffees for their coffees and breakfast. Aside from the different aesthetics of our coffee and recent disparity in customer count, there isn't that much of a difference, if I'm to be honest. Boss predicts in a couple months they'll be the same as us. I glanced over the counter to see Romi concentrating on her job, making a drink with certain poise. God, is she breathtakingly hot while making coffee? Yeah, you just thought that. Huh. I can't believe we'll just one look at her and watch away all my thoughts of the competitive announcing I'm supposed to be doing. But who am I kidding? I don't want to be entranced by her beauty. Here you go, your hot Spanish latte. Served to you by a hot barista. I put a sleeve on the coffee and let it start to head out, but she calls out to me. Juri, are you free tonight? Me? Yeah, around 9 p.m.? Yeah, I'm pretty free around then. Even if I wasn't free, I'd drop all my plans just for you. Do you want to go out for a drink? We won't stay out too late. It'll only be a few drinks. You also work at the weekends, right? Drink, like alcoholic drinks? Yeah. I know a place that few stations down from here and was going to wind down with some drinks and thought I'd invite you. I'm not much of an alcohol type of girl, but if it's to accompany Romi, I don't think I'd mind a few drinks either. And since it's only a few stations down, that's still relatively nearby, so I won't have to worry about traveling too far. Alright, I'm down to go. Great. It'd have been nice to eat with you for dinner too, but unfortunately I had business to attend to. Oh, no problem. I can hang out somewhere until 9. I'll talk to the name and the address of the bar later. Alright. It's a date then? Oh, she said it. She said the word. She flashes a wink at me playfully, like all the other times it happened. A heat rises to my face. I have got to learn how to control that, if that's even humanly possible. Okay, I won't hold you up any longer. And I want you to get a scolding from your boss. I feel like I always get scolded no matter what I'm doing, even though I know what she's doing out of love. You can tell me about it tonight over some drinks. See you tonight then. I'll be looking forward to it. I paid my farewell and exit the enemy territory to report back to the boss with my Spanish latte. When I step through the doors, I see Boss biting her nail and staring out into space. Seems she's so deep in thought that she doesn't even notice my arrival. Boss, your Spanish latte. Ah, you startled me. What are you thinking about so hard about? Usually I'm the one spacing out. Boss looks in the owing disdain and crosses her arm. They have a hot barista. Huh? They have a hot barista that can make really good coffee. I nod in agreement, because that is frankly the truth. Sorry, I'm not hot enough to attract customers to our store. But wait, you just realized? I wasn't paying attention to who worked there. I was so focused on the coffee. Then I overheard some customers just earlier talking about the hot employee over there. What did you tell me about them? Didn't you used to see her on the day when you were having a fist fight in the street with the other cafe owner? Besides, you never asked who worked there. You asked for the coffee. I'll go quiet after realizing that I hit the nail on the head. Are you planning on replacing me with a hot barista? No, that's a dumb move. So that's why instead of replacing him, I'm gonna give you a makeover. Huh? No way the hell are you going to? Boss's brooding words appears as cackles at the thought of giving me a makeover. Maybe in the future when you still haven't found a girlfriend yet. Speaking of which, still in luck? Boss, I don't need to look anymore. I found someone. Oh, she said it. Gas rings throughout the shop as Boss grabs my shoulder and shakes me violently back and forth. You found someone you like? Tell me who! Oh, this is exciting. You can finally get laid and stop looking so blue at work. I swear, it's probably what drives you all customers away. Hey, I don't look blue at work all the time. The uniform's just blue. Anyway, who is it? You gotta show me pics. Why should I wait from Boss? I suppose I would like to tell her. I want to keep it a secret for a bit longer. So it's not like Romi and I are dating as of yet. That's all the fact that Boss still hates anyone that works at Montage Coffee. Would she be happy if I told her? Or mad I told her? I said it meant to be mysterious and keep her guessing. It's for me to know and you to find. It's for me to know and you to find out. Oh, come on. Boss rolls around in an exaggerated manner and gives me an unamused smile. Could you at least describe her or how you met her? I shake my head and smile mischievously as I continue answering Boss's dying questions. Just thinking about Romi puts a hop in my step as I continue to hellily anticipate tonight's meeting with her. Drinking with Romi, though. I wonder how it'll turn out. My mind begins to concoct a variety of scenarios, and I stop myself as I almost venture into forbidden territory. Embarrassed by myself for even daring to have such a wishful thinking. Ooh, that maybe we both get a little tipsy, go back to one of the other's places, this and that. Get her holy shot, Juri. It's just a drink with a friend. Drink with a friend that I have an immense crush on. Speaking of drink. After a good meal of oatmeal rice at a restaurant near the bar that Romi introduced, I still have about 2 hours before the designated meeting time. An hour and a half left. What am I gonna do for an hour and a half alone? I scan around my surroundings to see who I can pass time with. Crowds of people flood from the crosswalks trying to get from home from a long day's work, and as the night crawls closer and the party people are coming out, the blaring lights and rowdy atmosphere is a huge difference compared to what I'm usually used to. Lately I've been here heading somewhat straight home after work, so being in this kind of environment is somewhat refreshing. I continue browsing the area and I'm dropping in clothes store to window shopping, scoring at the price tags. Although clothes are cute, I can't seem to find any that many that aren't loud. I'm more of a Uniplo kind of girl. I don't know what Uniplo means. I assume it's just a tomboy style she's got kind of wearing right now. Is that what it means? But it doesn't hurt to look around and hope that maybe one day I'll try on these clothes that are out of my comfort zone. Guess that's where the makeover boss boss comes in. Clock on the store reads 8:03 p.m. and I roll my eyes seeing that only half an hour has passed. I put the skirt out again back on the rack and leave the quaint store. An array of video game sounds come from within earshot, and I see a huge arcade building filled with a bunch of crane machines, intending to take a shot. Oh, why not? Time. Just don't lose track of time. You can very easily lose time in an arcade. And before I know it, I end up spending over 2,000 yen on a failed crane machine attempts. Gotta get good, come on. After stepping out into the hot and stuffy building, I begin appreciating the cool autumn wind. I stretch my arms back from slouching intensely while focusing on playing the crane machines. I didn't get any consolation prizes. Plus my phone stars me and I look to see who sent a message. Only under panic mode. Oh shit, I'm late. Knew it. Only thing pops in from a notification at the same time as I see the time on the phone screen. I'm late. And Flay, I search for the location on the bar and dash to it, thinking the gods it's not too late for me. Puffing by the time I get to the place. I check time again and see that I'm much later than I already was. 9:15 p.m. Okay, not too bad. Only about 15 minutes late. That could have been worse. My eyes frantically search around for the sight of a possibly irritated Romi. How do you stir things up, Juri? As I near the stairs that lead down to the bar, I see a familiar figure leaning against the wall, staring at her phone. Romi! Without delay, I run up to her and start pausing like I committed a grave crime. I'm so sorry, I got carried away and looking at things and lost track of time. Her brown eyes depart from her bright phone screen and meet mine, except where I expected a more peeved-faced, I get a delicate expression. Seems you finally found your way here. I bound down the stairs at a 90-degree angle to show my remorse in case I haven't already. I'm super sorry, I really didn't mean to keep you waiting. Please don't fret about it, it's all good. What matters is that you made it here in the end. I'm so sorry. Oh, now I sound like a broken record. Sorry. She bursts into laughter and wipes the tears of joy as she passes me on the shoulder reassuringly. Alright, enough standing around here in the cold. Come on, you can be a broken record inside. Jewel head down to the dim stairs and enter through the heavy doors that lead in one of the most chill places I've ever been to. Well, these types of bars, not a club bar. Nice. We take a seat at the bar counter, and since most of the tables are already taken, the ambiance inside the bar oozes the air of trendiness. This will manage to maintain a sense of class. It's quite dark in here, but that's what makes the bright neon light colors stand out. The walls behind the counter is filled with a variety of alcohol ranging from foreign to local to light and hard. It's not often there are freaking bars, but even a newbie like me can tell that the display of liquor is impressive. Maybe I'll bring some friends here next time they ever need to vent and drink their hearts out. Romi greets the bartender easily, probably because she comes here enough to be considered a regular. She orders a glass of gin and tonic and looks for me for my order. Now I'll take a margarita. I don't drink alcohol myself, but I've sort of been thinking about possibly trying something along the lines like, what kind of drink would I like if I were to drink at all? I wonder. My friends say I'm a heavyweight when it comes to drinking, but I don't want to risk any chances of getting dirt drunk and spilling secrets. Bartender gets to work with our orders, and Romi settles in her seat and starts interrogating me. So, what kept you so busy earlier? After eating dinner by myself, I had a lot of time for our meeting time, so I was wandering around the shops near here. And I ventured into an arcade building and became absorbed in trying to win. Which I didn't at all. Oh, sorry to hear that. At least you can drink your sorrow away, right? Her little chuckle was barely audible, but it still distinct that it still carries out despite the various noises in the background. The uniqueness of her voice is another thing that makes her stand out from everyone else. It was husky yet hearty in tone, but also has a slight sense of, dare I say, I gotta say this word, sultriness, alluring me every time she speaks. I listen to her talk all day. To thwart myself from staring too much, I turn away from her and focus on our drinks being made. Do you drink often? No, only when invited out by my friends. They're usually the wild ones that go out and drink a lot. I have to work in the morning, so I don't stay out too late. That is, unless I need to let myself go. I feel on that one. I'm not exactly young anymore, so going ham isn't exactly the best move for the next morning, especially because I work so early. Though I definitely miss wilding out. Do you have work tomorrow? Maybe we can go wild tonight, huh? I do work tomorrow, so unfortunately I can't go wild. Or rather, I shouldn't go wild. Oh, she shouldn't go wild? And how exactly would she go wild here, alone with Juri? At that moment, the bartender delivers our drinks in front of us, on a cork coaster with our logo on it. The drinks sit next to each other, further pointing out the difference in our taste and style. Both of us have our piece of lime in it, but that's the only thing in common. Just like how we both have our commonality of working at coffee shops. Everything else is completely different. Without another word, Romi takes a big gulp of the gin tonic, albeit a loud, heavy sigh. Her face goes weary as she takes another sip from her drink. What's wrong? Romi turns her head towards me and I can physically see the tiredness in her facial features. Oh, nothing. Nothing wouldn't lead you to de-stress drink when you have work early tomorrow morning. I just want to drink with you. I'm not going to lie, just that one sentence made her heart skip beat. Maybe 2 beats, but I try to let show and continue pressing her. Is that really it? Romi goes silent as she realizes I'm catching on to her. Did something bad happen today? Or rather, did you know something bad was going to happen today? Is it related to that important business you mentioned earlier? Her silence continues and I might have overstepped the boundary just now. Sorry, I don't mean to trigger you like that. You shouldn't need to explain yourself as you're not comfortable. You know, let's just drink the pain away. Romi shakes her head and decides to open up about her issue instead of mindlessly drinking the problem away like I suggested. I was at a family dinner earlier and I hate every family dinner gathering I go to. There's always a dense air whenever I'm there. The room is always full of judgmental eyes fixated on me. I hate it so much. She fidgets with her now empty glass in her hands, her voice now becoming more exhausted than before. They obviously let go of the whole past, but clearly still see me as with prejudice. That's why I hate going to family dinners. Such a dread. The only redeeming thing about it is I get to see my cousins and see what they're up to. Oh, and the food. Her eyes peer into the glass of what used to be gin tonic, and that one left the melting ice cubes. And her side slightly escapes her mouth, and her attention pans to the bartender. Can I have a gin and tonic, please? Bartender nods and gets to work. Is it possible to decline their invites? If it stressed you out so much, you probably shouldn't stop going. They were the ones that kicked you out in the first place. Why should they expect you to come back? And it's all about saving face. From what I heard, that they lost even more face by having a shunned daughter, so trying to regain it by accepting me into the family again. I don't know, it's ridiculous. I don't even know what they're trying to do. Speaking of being shunned though, she still not told me the other reason that led to her family to banish her like this. Curiosity boils in me as I accidentally slip my nosy question out on without thinking. What was the other reason you got shunned for? You never told me. Everyone looks at me in shock for a moment, and then her eyes wave around the room, evidently hesitant on telling me. After a long pause, she looks at me earnestly and her mouth opens her mouth to speak, but quickly zips it back up. Sorry, I don't think I can tell you just yet. Oh no, it's totally okay, I was just being nosy anyway. I understand it's something that makes you uncomfortable. Thanks for understanding. She throws a weak smile and goes back to the concerningly looking down at her glass where there's a battle happening in her mind. The new glass of gin tonic replaces her old one, and she proceeds to chug it down once again. Can I get a tequila shot, thank you? Hey, tequila! Her eyes wide in shock. My eyes wide in shock as she continues to intoxicate herself with alcohol. Should I be worried? Sorry, Juri, it's just something I... Hey there, can I buy you a drink? A tall man in an exquisite-looking suit stands next to Romi with a confident smile, and she doesn't even bat an eye. Romi stays still in her seat and puts an icy aura around her. I already have a drink, sorry. I either can't read the mood, tone, in her voice, but I really think you can pick her up. Leans on the bar count drags me into conversation as well. I can buy both of you and your friend drinks. I have a table over there with some others, and would like to invite you to join us for some fun time. Romi still hasn't moved to mention to take a look at the man trying to make a conversation with her. I'm taken, not interested. But she says he's taken and not interested. What part of that you don't get? Gets so frustrated for a moment that I had to raise in my comment. But also, she's taken? Oh no! She can't possibly have just made it up to get him away. Both their heads and turn toward me, and I become flushed, clearly regretting my unconscious decision. I start to apologize, but it seems that the man's intention is now on me now. Oh, here if I see one. I like that in a woman. Back off. Romi's cold aura quickly turns to a dark and scary one with an expression I've never seen on her before. Mayfly gets to the point and leaves. Alright. I'll do a lovely evening. And a couple of strides disappears out of sight, and just the two of us again. Romi's mad face disappears in an instant. She now looks at me with the same soft expression she always has. I didn't know you had that into you. Thank you for telling off. I don't know. That was just... I didn't know what would happen there. You surprise me with something new every time I see you, Juri. I try to stutter some sort of reply, but nothing comes out except ums and ums. I think we need a toast. For what? Probably get rid of that guy earlier. There's definitely no need to toast her or something like that. Besides, you're the one who got him to leave in the end. Only because he was about to. Because you gave me the courage to. Only because he was about to try and pick you up, hit on you. I'm not sure why she's keeping me a secret that she's, like, very interested in her. That's gotta be the reason, right, at this point? Why keep it a secret at this point? It's very obvious that she's flirting with her so heavily. I'm so convinced by her reasoning, but she continues her agenda. Oh, come on, bartender, two shots of vodka, please. Wow, gin tonic, tequila, now vodka. Good girl, this girl can drink. Hope you can handle vodka. All I do is hang my mouth open in disbelief over how wild Romi's can actually be. In about time, the bartender delivers our shots, and Romi passes on one to me. Here, drink up. I take a shot glass from her hands and clink it against hers for a cheer. Cheers. Whoops, I missed that one. Whoopsie, The pungent smell of alcohol pierces my nose, and the intense burning flavor stings my throat as I scarf it down. That really hits the spot. It's been a while since I've drank. The Romi right now seems to be a lot more relaxed and carefree than her usual self, which is not what I'm accustomed to. However, that's not a bad thing. It makes her seem more human, and puts me at ease knowing she's been able to stress. I then suddenly remember that her mentioning that she's taken, and began wondering if she's really taken. If she's actually taken, then that means... I had no chance at all. Oh no! I'll naturally ask her for confirmation. She seems tipsy enough to probably spill something here and there. Say, Romi, are you actually taken? Huh? You said earlier that guy that you're taken and not interested. Oh. She throws her head back and laughs an intoxicating laugh while shaking her head slightly. I only said that to ward him off. Thank goodness we're not wasting time with that. Thank you, Romi. So you're not taken? I'm not. Jackpot! But I am interested in someone. And around milliseconds, my roller coaster of emotions fell from a million feet high and crashed on the ground without leaving a piece of dust behind. Is that so? I drink the rest of my still unfinished margarita and order something stronger this time to numb my pain as I experience. Oh, come on, Juri, it's you. My expression softens as she starts talking about the lucky winner. It was a love at first sight, honestly. They're really adorable, a bit clumsy, fun to tease. We have plenty of things in common too, so it's really easy to talk to them and open up. Although they're a bit shorter than me, I don't mind at all. They're good at what they do, and they shine the most when they're talking about what they love. With no effort at all, they can lift my spirits no matter how low I'm feeling that day. Every laugh and smile of theirs warms my heart, and thought of them being sad or hurt in any way make them pain me. The more I got to know them, the more I began to fall deeper in love. Her earnest eyes soon go worried and uncertain, and she drinks the untouched tequila shot she ordered before the man interrupted us. The only thing is, I don't know if that person sees me the same way I see them. Makes me think that chasing them would only bring me to a dead end. And I know that I can't let the potential dead end be the enemy, but there's the heavy weight of anxiety of not having your feelings reciprocated. Oh, I understand that feeling, alright. I'm afraid to confess because I don't want to ruin what we have. I don't want to be hated by them. I'm sure they won't hate you even if you confess, especially if they really treasure you as a friend. Maybe it'll be awkward at first, but knowing that you have feelings for them, but I think it'll work out. And I'll be good. I'll go wait for you to get the weight off your chest. Who knows? Maybe they'll also have feelings for you too. You won't know until you communicate your feelings, even if it's a huge risk. But that's just a suggestion. You're free to do whatever most comfortable for you at your whatever pace. Her face turns to me and she looks at me like a lost puppy, not knowing where to go. I'm just afraid. Hey, I get off my bar stool and give her a hug and pat her on the back. It's okay to be afraid. You'll be fine. If things do go wrong in the end, I'll be here for you, and we can drink the pain away like tonight. And I'll be there to take care of you. Trust me. At least my hug and see your eyes starting to get cloudy with some tears. Really? So maybe the first time seeing her with such a vulnerable face. I thought she had been one earlier when talking about her family, but this is on another level of vulnerability. Her defensive look makes me want to protect her and shield her from all their worries. It pains me to see her sad like this. Really. She rushes to wipe them away and tries to shake the emotions out of her. Thank you, Juri. Seriously, thank you. Even if I don't have a chance with her, I can still keep a good friend and be. I can still be a good friend and be there when they need it, right? I shoot her a reassuring smile and firmly pat her on the back one last time. My words of an offering are genuine, but I can't seem to take out the tiny thorn stuck deep inside me. Can alcohol possibly flush it out? Enough with sappiness. We're here tonight to get wild, right? Excuse me, 4 fireball shots, please. Oh, fireball. I know you have work tomorrow, but you really need to chill out for a bit. Chilling out is advice more for Romi, but I think I might have to direct that at myself as well. Soon both of us start accidentally drinking a bit too excessively thanks to the drink games we started playing. Which I don't regret at all, but I think Romi might next morning. Shoot, rude customers! They treat us like they're above us and makes it seem like they're not even human beings. How have you know, working at this place, I was working at the most demanding coffee shop. Oh dear, what have I done? Enough. I just want to make a good coffee. If I had the money in the world, I'd start my own coffee shop and live there. Bartender, another one. No, don't give her another one. You have work tomorrow, Romi. I'll be fine. Show me that you'll be fine, even if you're still smiling at customers at work tomorrow with a huge hangover. She rests her head on the bar and counter and closes her eyes while mumbling just for another drink. Time's been an adventure, and to even think that I'd be able to see Romi in this state sort of bewilders me. Though time flies when you're having fun, I don't even notice it's already 11:50 p.m. Last train's probably soon departing, and there's no way we can catch it on time. And even if the train were still running, I don't think I'd be able to manage lugging a barely unfunctioning body around stairs into the platform or on a street. I almost like I have to call a taxi for both of us. She's still mumbling something under her breath, but I pay for all the drinks tonight. I feel guilty if I took a drunk person's car and made her pay for everything. I'll split the cost with her tomorrow or something. You gotta be kidding me. If needing to be responsible for me getting home safe doesn't wake me up enough, the bill certainly did. Bracelet for a credit card bill this month. I'm really hoping she pays back for half of it. With the deed done, I loop her arm around my shoulder and exit the bar, albeit with a lot of stumbling. Because it's a more lively area, there's still been bright lights and quite a few people walking around, though not as busy as before. Thanks to that, there's a number of taxis circling around. Drag Romi to a more open area where taxis can easily spot us. As one comes closer, I hail it down and slowly come to approach the curb. The door automatically opens and I struggle to move so much as to place her gently into the cab that bump her head into the car doorframe. Oh, sorry. Soft thud sounds, and though it looks like it hurt a bit, she doesn't appear to have felt it. She finally sits a prop inside and I join her while the door closes. Where to? I really don't know how they're addressed, so I try to shake her conscience so I can get her not home. Romi, what's your address? She tries with an almost sleazy-looking smile and shrugs. It's probably that she's still awake and manages to answer me, but not the answer I was hoping for. I don't remember. Huh? Did I hear that too earlier? Ho ho ho. Little liquid courage here. Romi, don't play around. We need to get you home. I don't know. You gotta be kidding me. Not. That was rhetorical, but okay. Now what? Dropping her at a hotel costs more money. Probably shouldn't leave her alone seeing how drunk she is. This leaves me only with one option. I throw my bag, I rummage for a clean tissue out of my pocket and scribble down a familiar address and hand it to the driver. Can you take this address, please? There's only one place I know I can take her and not spend extra money. Your place. My place. Although nothing lucky happened here, not while she's drunk. Come on, we're almost there. With all this carrying, my body's gonna be aching tomorrow, I just know it. I lock my door and try my best to quickly take the final steps toward my bed and send Romi onto it. Her body lies still, and that's all that's moving is her chest going up and down, indicating that she's still very much alive. As I next to her sleeping body, remove her jacket so she doesn't overheat. Thus, being in a closer proximity than ever before, I can see her more clearly than the details of her makeup and facial features. Her hair is a bit more out of place than usual, and her face is glowing red. Her jawline is nicely chiseled and defined, and lucky it's very satisfying to run a hand across. Despite being so wasted, her disheveled look somehow makes her look even more attractive. You truly can't not use the word handsome when describe her, and she's equally beautiful. Too bad she has her eyes on someone else. I decided to take another look, go take off her shoes, but my arms get pulled, and my body gets pinned onto the bed. Woo! Woo! Okay. On top of me is now an intoxicated Romi, staring down at me like she's half awake. On instinct, my whole body freezes up while she's waiting for Romi's next move. However, all she does is quietly look at me. After a long minute, I'm unable to handle being stared at like this, so I try to push her off. You have to get some rest, you drunk. I see her lifting her off an inch, but she retaliates with even more strength and grabs my wrist to secure them against the bed. Oh, yes. My heartbeat speeds up on the first turn of events. Mine's tumbling the laundry machine, unsure what is going on. I'm sure Romi's drunk out of her mind and not really in the right state of mind. Juri, you're a really good friend. It hits where it hurts hardest. And I don't want to lose you. I know we only just met recently, but you're very important to me. And because you're important to me, I want you to know that I wait in anticipation for the end of her sentence, but it never ends up being said. Instead, Romi falls asleep on top of me, leaving me with a cliffhanger. Come on, Juri, like you really just think about it now? L.O., come on, what else could it be? Ugh. Her weight on me acts almost like a weighted blanket I never felt and feels oddly comforting. The grip on my wrist is now loosened, so I slip out of her grasp and carefully push her off onto the other side of the bed. I move her shoes and tuck her back in the cramped bed. The little speech she gave was touching, and now that I think about it, a little bit cheesy, causing me to giggle at her sentimental thoughts. In the end, I'm just a friend. Juri. This girl. I take a deep breath and check up on her one last time to see if she's finally sleeping. Her chest bobs up and down steadily underneath the blanket as her face is peaceful as ever. I slap both my cheeks to gently wake myself up. Juri, you're just a friend. Give it up. You know, it might take a while to do so. I lay down next to Romi and stare at her sleeping face. My eyes wander to her lips and wonder what it's like to kiss them. I know I shouldn't even be thinking of it, but my foggy mind is irrational right now. My body slowly inches forward, tempted by those enticing lips. Silence in the room makes me hear only my deafening heartbeat. I stop myself about half an inch away. No, this isn't good. I quickly turn around to face the other way to escape the bait. My heart continues to drum loudly, and I tightly shut my eyes, thinking it will magically curb my desires. Control yourself, Juri. Kissing her won't help you get over her. I tell myself that, but the urges keep badgering me at my self-control. My mind quietly reasons with itself, and somehow in the midst of internal chaos, my conscience slips away like it's trying to forget the bad that happened today. Oh, this girl. A loud ringing wakes me up at an hour I should not be up at. The constant noise causes me to roll on the bed and smack whatever's in the making this like kerfuffle. I roll over to see someone sitting up next to me, and for a second I thought someone broke into my house. I jolt up and see put on my defenses. The stranger's hands land on my shoulder and tries to calm me down with a quiet voice. Shh, go back to sleep. It's still early. My brain slowly tries to power it back on, and I remember Romi stayed over last night. The headache is inducing noise and now turn up, and Romi tucks me back into bed. My head rests back on the pillow and under the warm covers as I watch her leave. My heavy eyelids tempt me to back in dreamland, and make me feel like I never even woke up. Even after all that drinking, she still got up first. Maybe she wasn't actually drunk and she was only acting. Who knows? A more familiar alarm wakes me up, and I slowly open my eyes to see my bed empty, as it usually is. There's a tiny annoying prick in my brain making me want to lie back down and never wake up again. The memories last night start flying back, and now I remember everything that happened. Everything from Romi getting drunk to Romi getting on top of me. I leave the emotional ride from beginning to end and feel like I just got whiplash. I shake my head, trying to get rid of both the headache and thoughts, which doesn't seem to work for either. Nonetheless, I find it with such sheer willpower, so I can actually get to work and get paid. I wonder how Romi's doing. I hope she's okay. Ooh, Romi POV. Interesting. My head is in immense pain as I believe this is the first time that I need to sit and take a quick breaks during the town downtime. Things seem to be spinning, but if I focus in hard enough, I can manage a task. There's also what seems to be a bruise near my forehead that I don't remember getting. Huh, oh, whoopsie. Megami-san walks up to me with a worried face and lays a hand on my back. You doing okay? Yeah. Even though it's clear as day that I'm not. Did you drink too much last night? How'd it go with that girl? I don't remember too much. My memory only plays still until the point where Juri drove me to that man away and all the drinking games we played. How's progress there? Did you make any moves on her last night? I stayed over at her place last night. You stayed over? That's amazing progress. No, not in that way. I was drunk beyond recognition. Drunk beyond recognition. Yikes. Hope you didn't blurt out anything. Oh, now my goodness has got me worrying over something I have no recollection of, which doesn't help me that already existing stress. Though it's nice of her to bring you back to her place instead of leaving you on the streets. She would never leave me on the streets in that condition. Megami-san leans against the counter and looks at me with a serious face. I'm so curious as to what got you so captivated by her. She's just your ordinary girl next door that you met a few weeks ago, less. Can't possibly be love at first sight. This isn't a fairy tale. Sorry to burst a bubble, but it kinda was. When I first laid eyes on her, something sparked inside of me. I was so ecstatic I found out she works across from here. She could have been a random stranger I never would have seen again. It's like the fate brought us together. So I tried to get to know her more. And then once I got to know her more, I found her cute and dorky side. Soon after, I began to fall even deeper for her charms. So that's your type, I see. She gives me a skeptical look and gestures to her head to a group of customers in the shop. But there are so many of those that come in and out of here, but they're obviously interested in you. What's different about this girl? What is so different about Juri? It's true that there have been a lot of people coming here to get my attention, but Juri's the only one that succeeded in getting it. It's hard to explain, but she's just different. I've loved others before, but I don't think anyone's caught my interest like this at first sight. Okay, so my turn to burst your bubble. What if she's not interested in you? What if her sexual orientation doesn't align with your interests? There's no way I haven't thought of that. That's the whole reason why I'm afraid of confessing in the first place. Is she hasn't already found out from my drunk self. I don't want her to see me in a different light after finding out I'm a lesbian. But she's just distancing yourself from me after knowing, let alone after telling me that I like her. I trust that she's not tied to mine, but just what if? And then I'll have to move on. Oh, how nice to be young. Though I know you're not exactly young anymore, but seeing you being so tripped up like this is very interesting. Very unlike your usual self at work. Maybe pats you on the shoulder and smiles a half smile. I have faith that you can handle the situation no matter what the outcome is. But you should at least tell her to get it off your chest. It's funny if she doesn't reciprocate your feelings, because let's be real, having someone return your feelings is pretty rare. Especially when you don't know if they're gay or not. I've been there, not fun. But if she doesn't accept you for who you are, then she's not worth it. Thank you, Megumi-san. No problem. I was here for your relationship advice if you ever need any. Thank you again. Her words settle down in a spot in my brain and sink like a heavy rock thrown in water. Just imagining Juri turning my way and hitting me creates a black hole in my chest. I hate thinking about it. I know deep down that she's not the kind of person at all. She's not like any of my parents. She wouldn't leave me just because I'm not normal. No matter how many times I try to tell myself that, dark thoughts still find a way to block back in my head. Luckily, the huge headache prevents me from thinking anymore. I close my eyes to try and shut out the pain, but I just end up getting even more dizzy. She tilts her head and looks at me worriedly. And also, if you're not feeling well, just you go home and rest for the day. You seem like you really need the day off. Heck, take the day off tomorrow off too. Actually, she turns back to me without start whipping counters. So you don't constantly get drunk and use it like an excuse every time to get out of work. You sure? Don't make me say it again now. Spell force on my face and I think the heavens I was given such a kind boss. Before changing the decision, I take my leave and head home for the day, grateful that I'm able to sleep in bed. The confession marinates in my head alongside the horror pounding. Thankfully to Mumi-san's encouragement, I might just bring it up with the courage to tell Juri of it once and for all. Let's go, girl. You can do it. Tell that girl you like her. Back to Juri. The person I see through the window isn't the one I was hoping to see. Usually Romi's one attending customers and making coffee, but it's her boss instead. Is Romi okay, I wonder? Does she go straight home after leaving my place? Could she have fainted on the street or something? Did she die? That's quite the leap, but can't say I've not thought that before. My hands automatically reach out for my phone and my apron to send a message, but the jingle of the wind chimes on the door distracts me and forces me to go back to employee mode. Welcome. I'll have the message for later, I guess. Unfortunately, somehow a swarm of customers comes in and all hands on decks are needed. Phone away, Juri, we got things to do. Yes, ma'am. I saw my phone away in my apron pocket and soon forgot about checking up on her. Thank you, and enjoy your coffee. Now customers are starting to dwindle, the table is slowly becoming vacant again. Something I'm more used to seeing. I stop against the counter from the sun Russia and take a breather. I forgot how fun it is to be so busy, despite it being stressful for the chaos. The wave of calmness lets me clear my brain from all the orders just now, and gives me the chance to go back to what I was trying to do. Oh shoot, Romi! A speed lag whipped out my phone, and without caring if boss sees it or not, I opened the line and message Romi. I never received anything from her yesterday, since yesterday's last message, asking me where I was. Before checking up on her, I scrolled back to reread our previous messages. Nothing but mindless banter and memes, but seeing them again gives me butterflies in my stomach. Still, the realization resurfaces that there's barely a chance for me to be more than just a friend. That is, unless she miraculously loses interest in whoever that person she likes is. I probably can't even compare to them. There's no way I can match for anyone. I'm average in any way. I just make coffee and go home, rinse and repeat. There's nothing special about me, now that I think about it. Well, shut spot for a moment until boss pulls back from the surface. Hello, is Juri in there? Knock knock. Yeah, I'm here. I set my phone back in my apron pocket to distract and direct my gaze to boss. You want donuts? It was pretty hectic earlier, so I thought I'd treat you to some. On me. Nah, I'm fine. Oh, I haven't had donuts in forever. That sounds good. Boss's foolish face appears and she grows concerned. You okay? Yeah, I'm okay. Oh no, the jury's that's okay. We'll never refuse free donuts, especially if I'm buying. She has a point. Sorry, I'm just tired. I was out late last night, so I'm feeling a bit groggy. Right, is that all there is to it? I've known you for a few years too long to know that you're not okay. Boss does my arm waits for my response with a rare earnest face. I suppose all of us that the only thing preventing us from being completely dead, silent, is indistinct chatter from our customers. I try to gather my thoughts and put them into cohesive sentences, but the more I piece it together, the more I realize that just how much I'm moping and overthinking the whole situation. I had a job issue not talk about it with boss, because I feel like I already know what to do. I just can't bring myself to move on just yet. No, I'm good. Boss doesn't seem to catch my eye, and I start watching it to keep myself busy, stop boss from prying. Alright, if you ever need an ear, I'm here for you. Besides, it's not fun it's not fun bullying a zero energy Juri. Scoff for the comment, but at least it's a chuckle out of me. I know, thanks. Boss might be haughty and blunted sometimes, but I know she's a good person deep down. Maybe I'll tell her that one day, even if she just brushed it off saying I'm too sappy for her liking. Ah, come on, girls. Next day arrives, and it feels like it's time to slow down to tenfold. I was late for work this morning too, but luckily boss didn't give me an earful this time. It seems Romi isn't in today either, which is odd. I'm really hoping she's okay. Maybe it went by at the speed of a snail, and because of all the seemingly extra time, kept thinking about Romi, and my now dead one-side crush on her. Transitioning from liking her romantic to liking her platonically is harder than it's supposed to be for some reason. When was the last time I experienced this type of heartbreak? I don't remember, nor do I want to. And here I am with a dense hole in my chest. I want to go home and sleep forever. My eyes drill holes into the clock as I painstakingly wait for it to strike 5 o'clock. I'm counting down the seconds to watch the hand move bit by bit. 3, 2, hallelujah. I bend down to gather the cleaning supplies from the cupboard as fast as I can, and I get started on cleaning. The chime jingle jingles and a cold breeze of air invades the shop. Sorry, the cafe is closed for the... Ooh, who could it be? I wonder. Can't possibly be our one-sided crush, you're Romi, right? I get up to see the true customer away, only to see Romi standing there. My eyes shoot wide open as I drop the spray bottle accidentally by surprise. Ah! My hands catch the Kling's agent in the midair, and my back automatically straightens up again to address Romi's sudden appearance. Romi, what are you doing here? Hey. She approaches the counter and slowly strides, clearly feeling nervous, but for what reason I don't know. Ooh, could this be it? Could this be the confession? Her chocolate eyes look around from the shop to the left to right, to the bottom before they settle on my own. I don't mean to be that customer that comes in the last minute, but... Can I get a cup of coffee? As much as I hate those kind of customers, and saying no didn't seem to be an option in my heart. My cleaning duties soon becomes forgotten as I head to the sink to wash my hands. Of course you can. What would you like? Sound running water fills the silence between us as she ties on her order. I wipe my hands on the tissue to get ready for the last cup of coffee for the day. Now pour over, please. Coming right up. Suddenly the pressure becomes higher since I know she's particular about her coffee. You can't rush a good pour over. Asking me to use a more time-consuming method means more room for mistakes and an error for a keen pair of experienced eyes like hers. Why does it feel like a life or death situation? Why does my soon-to-be clumsy, clammy hands start blowing... I start blowing water and weighing the coffee beans. After working for several years, I've learned that eyeball the amount of beans pretty well, and I reach for the desired weight in the container easily. Down the chute of the coffee grinder they go, and a loud cracking noise echoes through the empty store. At first, the intensity of Romi's gaze makes me nervous and fidgety, but as I become immersed in the coffee-making process, I seem to forget about the spotlight on me. I pair the pour-over station with the coffee filter and the dripper over a coffee pot. The boiling noise starts growing aggressively within the drip kettle, and I take it off its electric boiling stand. I begin the process of pre-wetting the filter and then filling it up with the coffee bean grounds. Slowly but surely, I pour some hot water into the grounds to let it bloom and wait in 30 seconds. At 30 seconds, I continue to slowly pour water onto the grounds, bit by bit, in a circular motion. Once I got enough coffee inside the pot, I discarded the filter with the grounds and poured her drink in a small coffee mug. A strong, intense aroma travels in the air, clearing up the previous staleness of the shop. My eyes nervously glance up to see her, and she's still staring at me. Unsurprisingly, a deep gaze is still on me, though it softens as I walk toward her. Here you go. My words are barely above a whisper, thanks to my nerves for this huge exam, but I can hear it bounce off the walls. I place my drink on the table in front of her, alongside some cream and sugar, and hag my tray tightly against my chest. Enjoy. One picks up coffee with both hands and brings it to her nose. She lightly sniffs the dark beverage and takes the time to appreciate my work. I was expecting her to drink her then, but she puts it down and beckons me closer. Why don't you sit down? Am I that scary? Well, no. As she requests I let go of my tight grip on the tray and put it on the table. I pull the chair out and sit facing her, looking into the dark swirl of coffee. The side of the darkness leaves my view when Romi picks up the cup and finally takes a sip. My eyes widen and stare at face, waiting for even the slightest bit of reaction. I don't even realize I'm holding my breath, but what seems to be a positive reaction makes me take a breath of relief. As expected of you, this really is a good cup of coffee. Just with those words, she's able to release all attention to my shoulders. I feel them relax. You don't have to be so nervous. I really didn't come here to judge you and your coffee-making skills. I only had my eyes on you at all times because you're the only thing I could have looked at. If you'd just been looking at your phone, you could just been looking at your phone. You making coffee was more interesting. It wasn't anything special, really. I like seeing others' techniques, and yours is splendid. Why do you think that? I'm not aiming to be a coffee snob, and it really wasn't a test. My eyes shift to embarrassment and look at everything except her direction. It's kind of felt like it, that's all. I know how enthusiastic you are about coffee, so I didn't want you to screw up. You sure not just saying this because I'm your friend? Of course not. Romi taking her sip, and a small clink sounds when she places it down once again. Her fingers caress the cup, and the lack of conversation causes the silence to return again. I sit there twiddling my thumbs while I trying to think of a topic to start talking about, but my brain is too tired to function properly right now. Maybe I should appreciate the silence, but how can I when the woman who broke my heart is sitting right in front of me? I start to speak up because I can't take it anymore. So what brings you at this time of the day? I kinda missed you, since I was at home resting and wasn't able to see you the past few days, and I was worried I had something weird that caused you to hate me. I didn't get a message from you either, so I thought you didn't need a break of dealing with me being drunk. I didn't message you in case you were being a bit shaken up from that. I'm really sorry for the deal with that night. I know I'm a lightweight and I should have been watching the amount I was drinking, but I got carried away. Wait, didn't I say I should check up on you? No. She picked up her phone at the same time as I do, and we'll both check her chat log. Nothing here. I smacked my head in disbelief at seeing that. I left. I have half the sentence typed out in the phone text box. I saw my phone over and showed her the incomplete message. Must have been when boss was start talking to me about donuts that day. Oh. She giggles for a moment at my mistake, but a cloud seems to appear over her. She looked at me for a moment, then diverts her eyes to look down at the cough beverage. Finally, the quiet room was filled with life again when Romi speaks up, albeit a topic I didn't think she'll bring up here. Did I say anything weird that night? Weird? My scattered brain tries to recall the events of that night, but all I remember is her drunk rants and getting her on top of me in my bed. At that moment, my cheeks turned bright cherry red from thinking about it again, which leads to her monologue that she never finishes. It's not like it was weird though. She was just talking about how much of a friend she saw me as. I choose not to bring it up. She was probably being sentimental about finding a new good friend she can relate to. No, you didn't say anything weird. Romi's eyes widen and surprisingly leans forward a bit to double check if she heard it right or not. Really? I shake my head slowly, triple checking if I missed something. Nothing that I can remember. That's so. Romi's acting a little strange, but it could be just my imagination. She continues finishing her coffee, so I take time to swipe my home screen left and right, pretending I'm occupied. I then notice the time on my phone, and it's only 30 minutes past the time I was supposed to close shop. And inside, I got back up and to go back to cleaning since I'm already behind schedule. Alright, I know you're a friend now, but I really have to clean up and close the store. I'm gonna have to boot you out if you... I leave the counter, but Romi grabs onto my arm, halting me mid-step. Ooh. Her grip on my arm is tight with a sense of desperation. I'm taken aback from her sudden movement, and her concerned expression raises question marks on my head, as I wonder if I said something wrong. Am I really just a friend? I'm not quite sure why she asked the second question, but I answer her wholeheartedly. Yeah, of course. Woo! Let's go! There we go! Oh, that's the good stuff. Oh, that's so sweet. Hell yeah, girl! Get your coffee girl on. Ah. In a heartbeat, she pulls me towards her and embraces me once again, gently planting her lips onto mine. At this moment, I feel like time has stopped, and we're the only ones in the true world right now. The snug embrace gives me a sense of familiarity as my body fits perfectly into her. That's right. It's as if I'm relieving the day I first met Romi, when she saved me from a near-death experience. Her hold was just as strong just as comfortable as that fated day. Except this time it's even more otherworldly with an extra sensation of a kiss. The tenderness of her lips feels shy and fervent, like she's pouring all her bottled feelings that she's never been able to reveal. Unfortunately, her lips separate from mine, and it's this short yet long-lived kiss comes to an end. Our eyes lock onto each other, with our faces only inches away from another kiss. You know, I was talking about you, right? When you asked me about the person I was interested in. The picture finally completes in my head, but my brain becomes too overwhelmed to even form a reply. The one I like is you. Am I in our dream? I want to picture myself test out my theory, but I'm still too shocked and frozen to the exit of what just transpired. Romi's gaze starts becoming uncertain as she begins to loosen her grasp on me, but I don't want that. I want this embrace to last forever, and I want her, for her to never let go. From fear of losing that connection between us and even Romi herself, I grab onto her arm firmly, signaling her to stay. Now it's her turn to be surprised from the sudden strength grabbing hold of her right arm. I can see her face is startled with a questioning look, but there's a hint of hope glimmering in her eyes. The tension between us grows so strong that it's almost dizzying. I want to close up the gap again and feel the soft, passionate lips against mine. I want to feel the fluttering into my heart and feel it bursting through my chest. Juri, love it, love it. I pull her towards me with a wanting force, and once again, I arrive in our nirvana. All I can think about is the bliss of the very moment, and the fact that our feelings are mutual. The stress and my worries in my chest are now replaced with a warm and cozy feeling, one that I'll never be able to forget. This feels just right. I release her locked lips, and I feel a gigantic dumb smile on my face appear, but I have no intention of hiding my happiness. Romi's warm hands bring mine to her chest, and I feel her heartbeat going wild. Yuri, I've liked you ever since the day I met you. While I'm thinking, I blur out all my suppressed feelings to Romi at once. I thought it was just a silly crush, but it's not. You're always running through my head, and I could only think of you, and I could think of nothing but you. You don't know how depressed I got after finding out you liked someone, and I tried to move on, but I just couldn't. Romi interrupted me by stroking my red cheeks and calming me down with her soothing voice. Shh, it's okay. It's okay. Things are saying it's clear now. There's no need to worry anymore. Pressed her forehead against mine, and I let out a small, familiar, she let out a small, familiar chuckle. To think the best case scenario happened, I have no words. Who knew you also felt the same way as me the entire time? That's my line. I had no idea you treated me as someone special, or if it was just me, if we like this with everyone. I didn't think you'd ever see me this way. She lets go of my face and holds onto my shaking hands lovingly. And now you know what I do, like I've always said, like I've always had since the day I saved you. And I know that the spark between us on the day is not just a fluke. I don't know whether this is a dream or not, but what I do know is that you're the one I like. No, you're the one I love, and the one I want to marry. Oh, okay, let's slow down a little bit there. Oh, Romy, I object! Pardon, excuse me? Excuse me, boss, but could you please kindly fuck off? Our passion most shatters when someone bursts through the door. The harsh words ring through my ears. I was singing even more as the words come from a recognizable voice. Boss! Her eyes turn to the door, and I see Boss walking towards us like she's about to rip our heads off. I stand in front of Romy to guard her from Boss's wrath as I try my best to reason. How dare you fall in love with the one you must hate? Boss, please calm down. I know she works at the rival cafe, but I love her. But who I love shouldn't affect our shops. However, Boss's face relaxes, and she soon explodes into a fit of laughter as if her previous objection was never expressed in the first place. She slaps me on the shoulder and wipes away a tear on her face from her laughing too hard. I stand there bewilderingly, gawking at her, hoping for an explanation as to what's going on. Sorry, I just had to. I've been watching too many dramas lately. I'm just joking, but oh my god, your face when I started was in here was, ha! Sure, I would never object to you finally getting a girlfriend, even if she's the one calling a cafe to lose customers. But I don't mean to interrupt you, two lovebirds. I just came back with my phone charge I left here. Boss points to the corner of the counter where a tiny old white cable sits all alone. She quickly heads over to grab and pushes the door. Before leaving us alone, she turns around and shoots me with dagger eyes. But, Juri, you're supposed to close shop ages ago. This isn't a place for you to get it on. Oopsies. And you, she puts her eyes and gestures them to Romi. I'm watching you. I might have stopped worrying about our rivalry for now, but I got my eyes on you. Her dagger eyes soften, her posture becomes more casual. You better treat her well. And with those final words, she leaves us alone for good. Well, thank goodness. Thank goodness she's not actually getting angry at us. Everything happens so fast that my brain can't process it all. It's just constantly buffering. So, I turn around and look at her towards Romi, and she starts speaking again. Does this mean I've gotten the blessing to marry you? I could got her silly remark, but Boss didn't object after all. And I guess so. How about getting married tomorrow? I thought I'd like to say yes. Aren't you missing a few steps, ma'am? We both laugh at the ridiculousness of our abrupt proposal, but it's these feeling alone with her that bring me true joy. Laughter put at ease from pause for a moment, though, as the wind chimes from the door ring again. Custer opens the door, wondering if we're still open. Sorry, we're closed for today. I pause and usher them out while flapping the open sign to show that we're closed. I think we should get back to closing the shop. Romi laughs and helps me with the blinds. Can I help again this time? We can get dinner faster that way. I'll let you help me if you let me pay for dinner tonight. She winks at me and goes to close the blinds of the window. Deal. Yay, we're together now. Hooray! This is lovely. 2 weeks later. Okay, boss, I'm heading out. Yeah, go have fun or whatever. You can't really have the day off. If it means you finally get laid after who knows how long, then yes, I'll gladly let you have the day off. How generous of you. I know, you're welcome. Knock sounds on the window and I see Romi waving at me. Thanks again, boss. leave boss alone and join Romi outside. So are they actually going to? Why aren't I not gonna link with hers? I gave her a big smile for my excitement. Did you wait long? No. Perfect. Anyway, are you ready for our first officially daytime date? Of course, taking us this long to be able to get a day off when the sun is up. To do something together. There's no way I wouldn't not be excited. I could spend the whole day with you instead of just the night. Oh, are you saying it's not you don't like nightly activities? Nightly activities? She tells me a cheeky smirk, and it really hits me as to what she's talking about. I saw her on lightning blush madly, speechless for a shameful remark. You pervert. I know I am, and I know you still love me despite that. Anyway, where do you want to eat after the amusement park? How about the restaurant we just that's opened up near the park we went to? Oh, I heard they've been dealing with those kids of food poisoning. Probably best not to go there. Oh, yikes, being poisoned doesn't sound too good, does it? Then how about... Everything still feels like a dream, and I feel like my arm will wake me up. And I feel like my alarm will wake me up any minute. These past few months have had many ups and downs, but what matters is that our true feelings for each other have finally been revealed. I can't wait to spend my life with not being single anymore, and with my, I dare say, soulmate. Honestly, if it weren't for that fateful day, I would have probably continued my monotonous life. Perhaps I would have never met Romi. I would have met Romi later, but would that have played out the same? The happiness I'm experiencing outweighs all the negative possibilities of the past, and I go back to focusing on the present and the future. The present and future together with my love, Romi. And the best thing is, neither of us are dead. It could have played out that way if our cop shop's rivalry was a lot more serious. We then could have found a priest that would offer you to drink some poisoned coffee, and I would stab my... Stop. I already mentioned the poison reference via food poisoning just earlier. That should be enough. Maybe next time. No one's dying, okay? Now come on, let's get going. Happily ever after. Yay! Oh, that was a really nice one. So sweet and simple. That was super cute. Afterwards, hello everyone, this is the Team ANPIM. First of all, thank you very much for reading the Love Goes Toward Love. Hope you enjoyed this year's Yuri Game Jam entry. I'm fully aware that this year is a bit more calm and simple compared to the previous year, so it might not have been anything too special for some of you, but nonetheless, we hope it was still a nice experience. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with a little simple story every now and then. Having those sort of simple AUs, like the coffee shop AU, they're always nice when it's just like a casual and lighthearted, just easy time. This year's story went through quite a few changes. It actually first started off with the story of a bartender in an OL, but I wasn't able to make it work. I got the beginning down, but the middle and end was kind of just stuck in one place. So we scrapped the edit, scrapped into a coffee theme, and did a coffee shop theme one thanks to the suggestion of one of my editors. I don't remember how it came about, but the idea of borrowing some elements of Romeo and Juliet popped up, and here we are. Well, hence that last-minute reference. Obviously, no one died in the story, but we'd be happy if you picked up some of the references. Oh, there really isn't that much. I guess, yeah, the family rivalry, but there's coffee shop instead. We also wanted an R18 scene plus patch, but we don't know if that'll happen. Maybe one day. I mean, I certainly wouldn't mind looking into that at a later point, like on my own. I wouldn't mind that. Although this year's story was generic and simple, we still hope you come up with even better one next year. If this year's entry wasn't up your cup of tea, or should I say cup of coffee, we hope you still continue to support us and continue to look forward to our future works. Thank you again for reading Love Goes Toward Love. Until next time. First from the CEO. Hello, this is Udon here. Once again, this whole journey has been really rough. School's kicking my butt, and I had a lot of trouble juggling between working on this game and assignments. I'm sure my grades will have separated them a lot this semester, but oh well. For the sake of Yuri. Fuck school, all for the Yuri. I say this and not do myself. As mentioned earlier, afterward, this game is much more on the tamer side than our previous two games. After writing the whole story, I was afraid that it'd be a letdown for some of you that I wasn't able to meet your expectations. That thought really got me feeling worried, and it wasn't a nice feeling. Last year's game blew up, and got a lot of love and traction, so I was worried that people might think this game is a downgrading stuff. Basically a bunch of negative thoughts, but I still carried on finishing it because it's still one of my babies after all. So I hope that this little story was at least nice enough to bring a smile to your face. It most certainly did. It was very, very cute. Some of our fans sent us encouraging words and love, which really helped me chug along and be happy with what I have. I know this story might not stand out much as the others, but I'd like to think that as a little break from the last year's crazy story, lol. We're going to submit it late again this year too, but thanks to the extension, we made it on time. I know I also hinted at making a game for our Kai Day this year, but look what happened, I didn't. I apologize if you were waiting for her, but I really wanted to write a story that didn't revolve around high school girls for a change. Though maybe some might argue that I should stick with writing high school girls, question mark, lol. As for the next game, I personally would like to do another adult-oriented setting, but I feel like it's a lot more work and to think of a story. We'll definitely get back to Kai Day sometime soon, but maybe after yet next year. Keyword maybe, lol. Once again, I wholeheartedly thank you for giving this Connect novel a chance. I really hope that you liked it, and hope I ask you help spread the word. And if you didn't, I hope you'll still believe in us, and we'll look forward to our next game. I love the little pickup and theme that they got right at the end here. It's so nice. But yeah, this is a super cute story. Very, just, like I said, simple and wholesome, but still loved it. This... Whew. It's nice to have just a simple story every now and then. But yeah, maybe it's a bit cliche to have like the word soulmate thrown around there, but honestly, I like the term soulmate. It's cute. I like it a lot. But this has been Love Goes Toward Love. Now, I will now move on. Let's go ahead and move on to the next story. We got 2 more to go through. 2 more stories. So let me bring that up real on quick here.